season, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
First inning, Freddie Peralta is getting set to go. Here is the Yankees come to plate. And Joe Girardi will cruise.
All right, so basement technical difficulties. You guys already know how it rolls in here. So here we are, getting ready to get underway. The Yankees today, Austin Wells leads off, Aaron Judge, Cody Bellinger batting third, Goldschmidt, Jazz, Dominguez, Volpe, Rice, and Cabrera rounding out the batting order. So here we go. Rodon had a perfect first inning. And here we are, guys, getting ready to rock and roll for opening day. Yankee season is here and back. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Looking forward to this, guys. Looking forward to this. Oh, there we go. Here I am. Will! Wow, Will, what is going on? Cellar dweller accounted for. Will, my man, how you been? Great to see you in here, Will. Wow, what's happening? Happening opening day to you too, man. Wow, good to see you in here. Sports Talk with Will. Wow, Bulldog, right? Oh my gosh, man. Wow, Manav, OG Cellar dweller accounted for. Manav's in the basement. Andre, happy Thursday. Wells open. What? Already? Boom, 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 boom. Austin Wells leadoff homer. Austin Wells leadoff home run. 1-0 Yankees. 1-0 Yankees. Already. Wow. That's the way to lead off a season. Andre, back to you, man. Another cellar dweller accounted for. Andre, glad you're here too, man. Always appreciate the support. Lamario, another cellar dweller accounted for. Lamario got the game on Disney Plus. Good. Really, it's on ESPN. So is ESPN a paid channel now? I don't even know these things anymore. Schnazzy, snoozy, snazzy, sneezy. Another cellar dweller accounted for. Snazzy's in the basement. What's up, man? Wow, what a start. Will, what a start. Wow, man. We'll take it. We will take it. Aaron Judge is up, already 1-0 Yanks. Looking good, man. Let's go. And you know what's funny? I was wondering about Austin Wells leading off the season and being our leadoff batter. Man, keep doing that stuff. We're in. Keep doing that. We're in. Judge, 1-2 on Judge right now. Boy, this is crazy. Angus, another cellar dweller accounted for. Angus is in the basement. Hey, Johnny, adding data to people's medical records to pay my bills. I'm all ears for now. Thanks for having me on, Angus. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me on. So, yeah, okay. It's funny. The Yankees are on today, then they're off tomorrow, then they're back on Saturday and Sunday. So, a little bit of a weird – you would think they'd want the ratings in opening day every year. I mean, oh no, that's flown out. Now we're looking at every ball hitting the air. I was like, oh no, that wasn't even close. All right, 1 out. It's kind of funny because we have lights out to left. Man, can Austin Wells become like – I mean, he had a great breakout season last year, man, and then now – well, we got Cody Bellinger coming up now. New acquisition. Should be going well. Flip first. Another cellar dweller first. Ozzy in the basement. Yeah, go Bombers. Yankees better not come out like the Bombers, Flip. Cody Bellinger last season, 266 batting average, 18 home runs. So we got Bellinger and Goldschmidt. Again, Goldschmidt's going to be our guy for 1 year, and hopefully we get Vlad Guerrero. Hopefully we get Guerrero next year. Wow, Flip back in. Lamario, I did not expect a leadoff home run right off the bat, but, man, we'll take it. You're not kidding. We will take it. I didn't expect that either. I honestly thought they were going to start like Jazz or even Jason Dominguez to be the leadoff hitter. When he said Austin Wells, I was like, really? Wells is leadoff? We'll take it. We'll take it. I thought that was kind of funny, but hey, here we are. Austin Wells, it just said, is the first catcher with a leadoff home run on opening day in the history of the game. Wow, in the history of the game, that's pretty big. Wow. That is awesome. I'm already texting people that. That is a cool stat. No catcher in history has ever led off opening day with a home run as a leadoff hitter. That's crazy. Full count on Cody. Let's go. Good job, Lamar. I'm glad you're able to watch it. And it's a 3 o'clock start, so how many people are really – there's probably a ton of people still at work. Struck him out. Come on. Struck him out. I want to see the airbender. I want to see Devin Williams come in and close this game out. Clay Holmes, by the way, guys, footnote, Clay Holmes is starting for the Mets today. He's the opening day pitcher for the Mets. Clay Holmes. Yes, that Clay Holmes. Paul Goldschmidt, 245 average last year, 22 bombs. For those that wanted Rizzo to still stick around, because, Goldschmidt's an older guy too, but Goldschmidt has been far more productive than Rizzo the last couple of years, even though he had an off year last year. And there he is. He grounds out. So that's it. But we get a leadoff homer from Wells. Yankees up 1-0. Yes, Lamario, the awful Clay Holmes. He's a starter for the Mets today. He's opening day starter. Now, that's the thing when you give all your money to Soto. The pitching people can talk about our pitching. We have injuries, but the pitching for the Mets, Minaya was their number one guy. He already got hurt. So they're kind of going with some hopefullys and maybes on their pitching staff as well. But Clay Holmes being made into a starter, which is really how he started his career. I mean, the first half of last season, I think he saved his first 13 appearances, but it's the second half that's what matters, right? The second half and the playoffs. We all know what he did there. Good riddance. Good riddance. 1-0 New York. That's right. 1-0. We're going to the second now. 1-0 New York. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I'm excited. I am excited. The Yankees are back. Isn't this great? So while we're waiting here, the New York Rangers probably will not make the playoffs because they don't seem to care. The Knicks lost last night. They would have clinched a playoff berth officially by beating the Clippers last night. They looked really good in the first half, and then the second half just fell off the map. I don't know what happened in that second half, but they were terrible. But they'll make the playoffs. They just got to win one, and they're in. I don't really focus on who else has to lose for them to get in. I really rather have my teams get in because they made their way in. But the Knicks I'm not worried about. Believe it or not, they're the fifth best team in the NBA. The fifth best, even though when they play the upper teams, they don't look like they are. Whatever the case, they're going to make it. The Rangers are. I'd be very shocked if the Rangers make the playoffs at this point. There's 10 games left. Yes, they can make it. But even so, this team just doesn't look like they have the heart to make it. They've lost 4 out of their last 5 games. And when you're fighting for a playoff spot, doesn't really look like you really, have it to want to do it. Anyway, that's cool, man. That is cool. Young kid sitting in the stands, and Aaron Judge went right over to him and handed him the ball. He'll remember that for the rest of his life when Aaron Judge is in the Hall of Fame, one of the great Yankees of all time. I mean, that's what baseball is all about, man. That is what it's all about. That is awesome. That is awesome. Bruin, OG Cellar Dweller, and Basement Bouncer in the basement. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Bruin's in the basement. Go Yankees. Bruin, did you see the opening home run? You see the opener? Wow. Rodon, first pitch. We got a high fly out to Cabrera. There we go. 1 away. Bruin, yes, go Yankees. Will. Bruin, look who's in here. Will. Bulldog is in the basement. Isn't that awesome? Love when we see dwellers come back that we haven't seen in a while. Good to see Will in here, Bruin. Yeah, Will. Speaking of Will, this offseason for the Mets reminded me of the 2023 offseason with all the hype they got. I won't be shocked if they have another version of 2023, but stay healthy. Yeah. Hey, listen, you guys have known it, and I've said it a gazillion times. I like the Mets. I go for the Mets. I don't mind them at all. To me, it's not a rivalry. The Mets play in the National League. The only real New York rivalry is the Rangers and the Islanders. That's it. That is a Red Sox-Yankee thing to me. The Mets-Yankees don't compare to that. The Met fans make more of a big deal out of it, I think, than Yankee fans do. When the Mets were in the World Series, I wanted to see David Wright and some of those guys get a ring. The Mets don't bother me. They have Soto. Okay, he never guaranteed he was going to stay here. So he got booed a lot, apparently, and, I don't see the point in booing him. Anyway, hopefully stay healthy. Yep, I agree with you, Will. Lamario, we got the Brewers to go 1-2-3 in the first. Hopefully we can again. Already one down. 1-2 now on Frelick. It looks like he's ground. No, that was a foul. Lamario, Baltimore Orioles, Toronto Blue Jays game is the late game right now. I might actually check that out because it's opening day. Oh, the Lightning are on. By the way, thank goodness I am a Lightning fan because I will be going for them in the playoffs. We'll be doing Lightning playoff games if my Rangers don't make it. It's so weird looking at Yankee players now with facial hair. Andre, great day for opening day for baseball, and we are all about 1 month away from the NFL draft this year. That's right, Andre. That's right. Great day for opening day, man. It is weird looking at Yankee players with beards. I never really cared about it one way or the other, but now, oh no, that dropped in right over Volpe's head. But now that I'm looking at some players like Rodon with the beard, I'm like, oh, wow. It does look weird because, we're used to the Yankees not having that stuff. I don't mind rooting for the O's either, man, because you know what? If you've been a bad team, it's like the Detroit Lions. I never cared about them one way or the other, but when they started winning, I felt for them because I'm a Jet fan. I know what it's like to have a crappy team year in, year out, or have some years you're hopeful when you had Stafford and Megatron and all of that. And you still don't win. You had Barry Sanders. You know what I mean? So when it's a team that's constantly losing all the time, that's why I don't mind. If Baltimore made the playoffs and we didn't for whatever reason, I would go for Baltimore. And I always liked Cal Ripken. I liked Eddie Murray. There were some players on their teams that I actually really did like when I was growing up. 0-1. And we always have the best talks in here when we have baseball. Never thought they would relax the facial. Neither did I, Bruin. So so it does look, I got to admit, it does look a little weird now that I'm looking at it, But who cares, I care about getting more rings. Up. There we go. Double play. Nope. Too slow. So I'm wearing one of the classic jerseys today. The Mick. Got to start opening season with the Mick. I don't wear it very often because it has a different feel to it. It has a different feel. But yeah. It does look weird, Bruin. It just does. But again, I care more about rings. Lamario, I might be a couple of seconds ahead of you. We almost got a double play that did not work. All right, how about we find that out now, Lamario? Right now I have 0-1 on Mitchell, and Rodon is about to pitch. What do you have? Did he already pitch? He's just pitching now. All right, Jazz gets him out. Get out of the inning. Snazzy, I'm going to start rooting for the Giants since I live in New York. The Dolphins and Seahawks have no chance of winning it at all. I got to say something. You know me. I'm a Jet fan. You guys know that this offseason, I'm just taking it as it goes. When week one comes along, I'll see what we got. After the Aaron Rodgers and the great defense we have and all that stuff that I bought into and let my guard down after 43 years of being a fan, this offseason, getting Justin Fields, it's nice. Getting Aaron Glenn as our head coach, a great Jet. He was an elite cornerback when he played. In his era, he was one of the best cornerbacks in the game. Great defensive coordinator for the Lions. It's nice. And I even like that Aaron Glenn said, hey, Aaron Rodgers, we're not and I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying I like the fact that he didn't come in with the we're going to wait around and see what you want to do kind of thing. It's like, we got things to do, and we're going to move forward, and best of luck to you in your career. I love that. You're taking control. You're not waiting around as a brand new coach on what he's going to do, if he's going to play or he's not going to play. Perfect. Love it. But I'm not buying into anything. I'm not being negative. I'm not buying into anything. See what we got week 1. That's the best I can say with the Jets. So, Snazzy, along with the Dolphins, I do find it funny. And I've said this on here before. I'm just going to say it briefly now before they come back on. I find it funny when Dolphin fans and my team deserves to be ridiculed, the Jets. They deserve to be ridiculed. But I find it funny when Dolphin fans make fun of the Jets. Oh, you guys haven't made it in 14 years, and oh, you guys are always crap, and you're always terrible. Miami hasn't won a playoff game since 1999. Hasn't won one since 1999. And you know how long ago that was? It was so long ago that they beat the Seahawks, was the last team they beat in the playoffs, back when the Seahawks were an AFC team. Some of you guys aren't even old enough to remember that. That's how long ago it was. So long ago that Dan Marino was their quarterback the last time they won a playoff game. So a Dolphin fan talking crap to a Jet fan about the 14 years and we're a laughing stock, and all of that's true. But a Dolphin fan really needs to take a look in the mirror about his own team and what they haven't done this century before they start talking. Prayers for Damian Lillard. Yeah, I saw that, Manav. Good shout out. Damian Lillard has a blood clot, man. I saw that, man. The guy's never been to the finals. One of the greatest players in the game, definitely of his era. All right, Jazz is up right now. Good shout out there, Manav. Rangers cannot continue with the same core. Yep. Boom. If you hold on one second on that, Will. Next pitch. If you cannot get over the hump with these coaches, you got to take a deep look at the players on the – I think it's the players more than the coach, to be honest with you, Will. I do. I don't believe in getting rid of coaches after 2 years. We're number 1 last year. What happened this year? They tried to run it back. It's 2-1. 2-1 on Jazz. 2-1. 1-2. I'm rusty. They ran it back with the same team, and we had guys with contract issues. We had a whole bunch of things going on, so – I think you run it back with Laviolette. I do. Look at our defense, man. You had to get rid of Truby. You had to get rid of Lindgren. These guys were going through the motions, and I liked Ryan Lindgren. I really did. Then you bring in guys that aren't used to the system. Nobody's covering the front of the net. Some of it is on coaching, but I wouldn't get rid of them just yet. But yes, Will, take a deep look at the players on this roster. Amen. I 100% agree with you on that. The players definitely have to take a toll on this one. Sam Rosen's 40th year. This is what we're doing. 2-2 on Jazz. Struck out on looks like a sinker away. Andre, what a policy with Mr. Steinbrenner. Clean shaven and no facial. I know, right? But now, when I said I didn't care one way or the other, now that I see guys with the beards, I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess it was a little bit different. Yeah, it was a policy, Andre. It was a policy for a long time, and you couldn't even have your hair long. He wanted the business look. Here's Dominguez was rocking the beard. It's like I said, I don't care about rings, but it was a policy for a long time, Andre. Now, here's a policy that's been around for a long time. Do you know that the Braves players from the organization, the Braves players are not allowed to do this with their sunglasses during game? They're not allowed to do this with their sunglasses, the Braves. I didn't even know that. They were going over long-time policies that are still in effect with other teams. Did not know the Braves aren't allowed to put their sunglasses up there. Had no idea. Volpe's up. Lamario ground out the – you might be a little bit ahead of me, Lamario. Right now, Volpe's up, and it's 0-1. It's 0-1 on Volpe. Rocco needs his TV time. 1 second. Stop buying into the Jets. I have no – that's right. That's right, Will, and that's what I'm doing this season. When Zach Wilson and the rest of the backup quarterbacks can win 7 games, and then we get Aaron Rodgers back in our great defense, and we can only win 5, let's see what we got come week 1. We'll see what we got. I'm not making any predictions on them anyway. Rocco agrees. Volpe to the warning track, to the wall. Gone. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. 2-0. Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe bomb. 2-0 Yankees. Let's get Rocco on. Rocco's excited. He's watching. He's letting me know, Dad, Volpe's going to hit a bomb. Rocco is on. He's excited. You got a good report from the vet today, guys. Got a good report from the vet. 14 and still going strong. Got a decent report from the vet, and he's getting some shots now for his arthritis. So we're really excited about that. I didn't know that was going to go or not. It was carrying, and it went. I didn't know that about the Braves either, Will. And when they were going over policies, I was reading up on some stuff before I came on. I was like, wow, who knew? I didn't know that either, Will. I literally just found that out like an hour ago. Ben Rice is up. 0-2 already. Yeah, Bruin, thanks about the jersey. I know. It's funny because these have a way different feel. It's a little uncomfortable, so it's not one I wear that often. So I'm always worried something's going to happen. I wonder if Ted Turner started that role. I don't know. You got to look it up. It's a good question. Ben Rice strikes out. So it's 2-0 Yankees on 2 hits, 2 bombs. Ben Rice strikes out. We got strikes out. We got I think your Lamario, your thing's having typos again. All good, man. All good. All good. Yep. Rocco, what's up? So yeah, guys, this season, if the Rangers don't make the playoffs, we'll be doing Lightning playoff games because you guys already know they are my second favorite team because we lived in Tampa for roughly 13 years. I went to a ton of Tampa Bay Lightning games. It's an amazing arena to go to. Stamkos and Hedman around that time were just coming into the league at that time. Barry Melrose was briefly the coach before Guy Boucher came in. They had Mike Smith as their goalie, Niittymaki, Dan Ellis, then Dwayne Rollison, Ben Bishop. Vasilevsky was very young, just coming up. I can go on and on and on, guys. You know, they weren't very good when we first moved there, but the fan base and the support that they get is outstanding. I think they have more people going to their games than they do the Bucks or the Rays. So that's what we got going on there. I might be 1 second. Yeah, I think Lamar, you're slightly ahead of me. That's fine. I don't know why that does that to me. I'm using a different phone. It's all good. I realized it the other night when that was happening, man. I realized it the other night. It's funny, man. Laffy Taffy. Wow. Another cellar dweller accounted for. Good to see you, man. How you been, man? Yeah, I'm back on, man. I'm back here. We're back, Laffy. Good to see you in here, man. Good to see you joining us today. Will, the Lightning had ownership issues back in the mid-2000s, but their current ownership has done a great job. Yep. When Jeff Vinnick took over the Lightning, he bought into not just the Lightning, he bought into the entire city of Tampa. Put a lot of his own money into helping rebuild that city, channel side, right around the arena. Really took over and did a wonderful job. Steve Yzerman was the GM back then that brought in a lot of good, solid players, great coaching, kept John Cooper around. Steve Yzerman was huge for the Lightning in their turnaround to become one of the elite teams and organizations in the NHL. So outside when they play the Rangers, I have no feeling for the Lightning at all. But when they play everybody else, I am a Lightning fan. So, and I've said it a million times on here. So I think the one time I did a Lightning game, people are like, "Oh my gosh, you're wearing a Lightning jersey?" Yes, I have Lightning. I have a Stamkos, a Kucherov, and a Vasilevsky. Lightning jerseys. Those are the ones I have. And they will be worn during the playoffs when the Rangers don't make it. I mean, I hope the Rangers make it. I'm not pulling for them. They're just playing like they're playing for the offseason. 1-2 right now on Capra. Lamario, what do you have? 1 and 2. So do I. 1 and 2. I think we're on the same page. Rodon is about to pitch right now. He's about to throw a pitch right now. Yep, 1 and 2. Now it's 2 and 2. Laffy, Tortorella fired again. Worn out another one. Yeah. Tortorella's gone. He didn't do anything for Philadelphia. Anything. For those that don't know, Laffy Taffy was. Oh, no, that's gone. That's gone. Laffy Taffy is Trouba Train, guys. Formerly Trouba Train. For those that have been with us a long time, like Bruin, and once he said that there about Tortorella, you guys already should have known who it is. That's good, Trouba. Good. I'm rocking the Mickey Mantle today, Trouba. You're somebody that can appreciate that. Rocking the Mickey today, Trouba. Or Laffy, yep. It's not one I wear very often, but I figured why not do an opening day with the Mick? Why not do an opening day wearing legendary Yankee uniforms? Base hit now. Is Rodon going to start falling apart? Nobody out. 2-1. I don't know, Rocco. It looks like it. I know you did. Bruin, that you, Michael? Yes, it is. Lamario, it is gone. It's now 2-1 New York. Yeah, Mick, another cellar dweller, another Ozzy accounted for. Mick is in the basement. Speaking of Micks, there's a Mick right there. What's going on, Mick? Bruin, Philly didn't have much of a team to. Oh, the Flyers, yeah. That's why the Philly fans are rocking that Eagles stuff, because there was not much to celebrate with the Sixers or the Flyers. Not much at all. The Phillies, who knows? Who knows with the Phillies? Philly didn't have much of a team to be on. Yep, Lamario, the Milwaukee Brewers have gotten together. I don't like it. I know. He gave a nice tribute to Bob Uecker before the game started. The great Bob Uecker, man. Gave a great tribute to him before the game. And, of course, for Miller Gardner, Brett Gardner's son, they gave one to him too, man. Wow, that is some – who knows what happened there. Boy, Rodon is not looking good. He's falling apart this inning. That was a terrible pitch right there. Thanks to Wells saving it. I know it's so hard calling you Laffy. I'm so used to calling you Trouba. I can't call you Trouba anymore because he's not a Ranger anymore. The Mick and Thurman Munson, my two favorites ever. Yeah. Obviously, when Thurman played, I was probably about 5 years old, so I didn't really get into him much. The Mick, saw documentaries. I read books on him. I love Mickey Mantle. Love him. I wish I could have seen him play. Growing up, my favorite Yankees growing up, I mean, I didn't have a whole lot to choose from, so I was Mattingly and Winfield were my favorite Yankees. Dave Winfield was my favorite overall. Mattingly and, of course, Jeter. Bernie Williams is another favorite Yankee of mine. I always loved Bernie Williams. Guy was just like an under-the-radar player with all those stars they had. Bernie was like never the first mention. It was always Jeter, Posada, Rivera. You never heard about Bernie all that much, and he was the original before they were any originals. Bernie was on all the bad teams, like with Mel Hall. Remember him, Laffy? Mel Hall. One of the worst attitudes and personalities Yankees have ever had. Mel Hall, Dallas Green, Stump Merrill. Remember these managers? Oh, it was a terrible time in Yankee land when those guys were around. Dallas Green. Yelich flying out. That's 2 outs on Bellinger there. We still got the man at first. All right, good. We got the next 2 out. Rodon's throwing about 33 pitches to this point. Thank you, Bruin. Bruin, basement bouncer on point. Even when I missed a couple months and came back, Bruin was right on point the other. I know, Rocco. I know. It's right on point the other day. Paul O'Neill is another one, right? Another one forgotten about. Roberto Kelly, right, Laffy? Paul O'Neill came here through a Roberto Kelly trade. Am I correct on that? I'm going off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it was Roberto Kelly that we gave up for Paul O'Neill. It was Roberto Kelly, right? Philadelphia sacrificed the Flyers for an Eagle and the Sixers, right, Will? The Sixers and Flyers got sacrificed for an Eagles championship. There goes Rocco. Yes, okay. I thought so. I wasn't sure. Now that you're in here, Laffy and Bruin, I got a question. This has been a question coming up a lot lately, and I'm going to do it in a poll. Go ahead, say it, Bruin. I'm typing a novella, and I'm like typing like 5 words. The question is, 9 hours later, and this has been a hot topic recently anyway from people that I know. Should a true Yankees fan ever buy a Yankee jersey with the player's name on the back? Yes or no? That's the question. Should a true Yankee fan ever buy a Yankee jersey with the player's name on the back? All right, there we go. Got out of the inning with only the home run given up. It's 2-1 going to the bottom of the third inning. Lamario, there goes the dolphin whale sound, whatever it is, all the way. I don't know what that is either, to be honest with you. I don't know. Bottom of the third. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bottom of the third. Yep, put the poll up. I already see 100% on the no. Mick, Aussie. Oi. Yes, Outback. That commercial comes on so much. Well, you're in Iowa now. Mick, no, yep. Okay, how about this? Is there anybody in here that thinks you should buy a Yankee jersey with the player's name on the back? Anybody? Oh, we got a yes from somebody. I already saw the no drop down 86%. By the way, the only reason Rocco has Judge's name on the back, and I searched and searched and searched. They don't sell animals Yankee jerseys without the name on the back. I never found one. I searched and searched and searched, and I needed to have him a jersey, so it's the only reason Rocco has that. They don't sell them without it. So I had to get him a Yankee jersey. There's nothing I could do on that. Never, ever have had a name on the back. I agree with you, Laffy. I'm still almost calling you the other. Yep. Lamario, you cannot be a true Yankee fan with the name on the back. Thank you. Somebody answered yes on here. I'm going to end the poll. Who's going to man up and say they answered yes? End poll. We got 14% yes. Who said yes? I agree, Lamario. A true Yankee fan doesn't get the name on the back unless it's an all-star jersey or something like that, because I have all-star jerseys, but that's different. I'm talking home or away. Rocco, chill. I'm talking home or away. As a matter of fact, I know what the problem is. Hold on, guys. I forgot to give him his bone today. I was wrong. I didn't realize that the Yankees have no name. Okay, Angus, at least you admitted it, and why? Obviously, I'm a Cardinals fan. The Yankees have never, ever, ever. Home or away jersey, all-star jerseys, that's different. That's completely different. A T-shirt, I'm talking home or away jerseys. That's it. Every all-star jersey has the people's names on the back. Oh, Bruin, get on that. Get on that, Bruin. As a matter of fact, let's do this. Boom. Good job, Bruin. That Cardinals have always been my favorite baseball uniform. Yeah, I love the traditional ones. So that to me was like, Oswaldo Cabrera up right now. Yeah, I can't do it because I see these old Yankee jerseys, and some of them I like. The one that says, from the old days, Yankees across the front, but then they'll have number 3 Ruth or number 7 Mantle on the back. I'm like, you can't buy that. You can't. It just doesn't. You're not a real Yankee fan to me. The newer generation says, it doesn't matter. It does matter. If you're a true Yankee fan, you cannot buy a home or away jersey with the name on the back. You just can't. You just can't. I got a good question, and I'm wondering who will know this. It was asked to me, and I'll admit I got 2 out of the 3, but I did not know the third one. I'm going to put the question in here. Come on, Cabrera. I wish we did have a regular everyday third baseman. I love Oswaldo Cabrera, guys. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I don't think he should be the everyday third baseman. I never thought we should go in with DJ either before he got hurt, surprisingly, quote unquote. Again, I always thought that it should be should have gone out and gotten somebody for third base. Cabrera, hopefully he pulls through and proves me wrong, but I like him as a versatile guy. I like him as playing every position utility guy. Flying out the center now. Here's the question. I'm not going to give you answers. You just got to guess them. Like the old days we're in here. Who are the only 3 teams in Major League Baseball to not have an MVP player? A league MVP. Who are the only 3 teams? There's 3 teams to not have an MVP. Who are they? Rocco, you are on Rocco, what is the matter? You're on super hyperness today. That's okay, Al. You admitted that. Lamario, anyone excited to watch spring? I've never watched it, Lamario, so I can't knock it. I've never watched it. I've never really watched it. Lamario, sell us on it. Is it any good? Did the question not go through? Mets, that's 1. Mets is 1. That's 1, Laffy. You got 1 right. Mets. Bruin, Miami. No, Miami has had an MVP. Lamario, Mets, Marlins. Nope, not the Marlins. Not the White Sox. There's 2 left. Mets is 1. It's very good. Okay. Lamario, I know people that watch it and have told me they actually allow hitting like the old days in that. Is that true? Like they don't throw flags at everything like they did way back when. Is that true, Lamario? People said you got to watch it. They allow real hitting in there. 2 more to go. Blue Jays. Nope, they've had 1. Rockies. Nope, they've had 1. Wow, Lamario. You got them both. It's the Mets, Diamondbacks, and Rays. All 3 have never had an MVP. All 3. Those are your 3 teams. Very good. You know what? I got the Rays and the Mets. I did not know about the Diamondbacks. I couldn't get the third one when it was asked to me, so I figured I'd ask you guys. I never thought the Diamondbacks. I knew the Rays and the Mets because I lived in Tampa, and I kind of followed the Rays a little bit. But they've never had any. I never became a fan of the Rays like I did the Lightning, though. The Rays never – when I moved down there, they were still wearing the green, and they were still the Devil Rays. 1-1 now. 1-1 on Judge. Come on, Judge. That is not a strike. Oh, my gosh. That was like way inside. Oh, he got a gift call there. That didn't even touch any part of the strike zone. Yeah, Lamario, good one on that one, brother. Good one. Yeah, David Wright. There you go. He was a Met I really liked. David Wright was great, man. I really liked him. When the Mets were in the World Series, I was hoping he was going to get a ring. He was a long-time Met and a great player. Bottom of the third, 2-2 right now on Judge, 2-1 Yankees. Lockport, OG cellar dweller accounted for. Judge strikes out. Judge struck out. Another cellar dweller accounted for. OG cellar dweller, that is. Lockport, what's going on? Back in the basement, my man. Back in the basement. Dude, this guy's really spamming the crap out of me, huh? Wow. Lockport's up Bruin, got 1-2 now. Yeah, Lamario, I think if you're ahead of me, it's like 1 second, maybe 1 second. Inning over. Yeah, we didn't do anything in the third. Nothing. That's right. Absolutely nothing. Laffy, by the way, Johnny, I watch all the Rock's videos. Awesome cook. Can't believe you're not 300 pounds. Drop some comments in there, Mike. The comments help her channel build. Man, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, I know I should be 300 pounds. She's an amazing cook. Really appreciate the support, Mike. Drop some comments in there for her, man. It really, all the comments help the thing move, man. Perfect. Perfect. I know. I should be 300 pounds. Amazing. Everything's from scratch. You already see it. Lamario, inning over. Read that. Mick, what about Piazza? Oh, I like Mike Piazza. I have Mike Piazza's jerseys. The only Met jerseys I have is a strawberry from the 1986 one. Remember the pullover with the stripes? Strawberry is a Yankee Met hybrid, and Piazza. Those are the only Met jerseys I have. I won't get any day now, but I mean, Piazza was not the greatest catcher of all time, but you'd have to say he's the greatest hitting catcher of all time, or at least he's in the argument. Lamario, we got 2 solo home runs, first, second, and the third, nothing. Unbelievable. We don't even have any other hits, right? I think we only have 2 hits. Both home runs. Got to go to the park for a kick. Oh, man. I want to definitely get to Yankee Stadium this year. So she's the rock of the basement and the kitchen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mike. That is 100% correct. Basement boss, rock of the basement, and rock of the kitchen. Yes. I'm telling you, man, we are all very grateful. Very, very grateful. Favorite non-Yankees uniform? What, baseball? I do like the 86 Mets jersey. But from that team, the only players I liked from that era was Gooden and Strawberry. Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez was another great player, but he even admitted he was never a Don Mattingly. He never understood the comparisons. He said he was not Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly had him night and day, night and day. That's right. That's right. When he decked Benitez after Benitez drilled Tino Martinez in the back, that Strawberry became a Yankee for life right then and there, guys. Right then and there. And I've always loved Darryl Strawberry. I read his biography too, man. Wow, what a life, man. And where he is now from where he used to be. Darryl Strawberry is Great lesson for a lot of people. But yeah, that when he decked Benitez and went into the dugout, remember that, Mike? Went into the dugout. Yeah, there it is. Hey, remember these stripes? Yep. Classic jersey. And he and David Cohn are like the rare Mets that can go to a Met Yankee Old Timers Day and get cheered in both stadiums. So Rodon's back on the mound, 1 out already. Hopefully he's got it back in check. Frelick is up, 5th batter in the order for the Brewers, and there's 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Lamario is supposed to go Yankee Stadium back in 2020 for a Yankee game against the White Sox. Where did I leave off? Sorry, I was watching the pitch. But Kobe, oh, man. Yeah, Kobe, man, that was a rough one. Then COVID, and then everything that year. So there was a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, and Neil Peart died that same month that Kobe died. It was like a week or two later. Neil Peart passed away in January of 2020. Yep, a lot of sadness that month. Kobe and then Neil Peart both passed away. Lamario, I might ask my mom if she could take me to the Yankees-Orioles game at Yankee Stadium, the game that's on my birthday this year. That'd be awesome, man. Get to the stadium. The stadium's like a mall now. It used to be ground out to Goldschmidt, flips it to Rodon, who I don't even know. I think he beat him, though. Don't hurt yourself, Rodon. Come on, man. I think he beat him. They got to replay this. I think he beat him. Man, Rodon looked like he almost twisted his ankle. Oh, no, he didn't beat him. He didn't even touch the bag. I'll take that back. And you know what? Thankfully, he held his foot back. I think he was worried about getting it rolled on. I don't like that at all. We can't afford any more injuries. Come on. Can't afford any more injuries, man. I've seen 3 Yankee games at Yankee Stadium. I haven't seen many recently, but growing up and even just a few years ago, man, I saw a ton of them growing up. A ton of them. And before I really started trucking, I went through quite a few games when they had Sheffield and A-Rod. That's a lot of those games. Here we go again. Boy, getting a lot of bots. And a lot of bots here, Bruin. Good job, Bruin. You're right on it. I think we can agree the worst uniforms. It's the worst ever. Worst ever. The Gorton Fisherman Islander jersey. And that's not just because we hate the Islanders. It's because that jersey was atrocious. Mike, can you believe that they're bringing that jersey back as like these Islander fans wear that jersey? It's like they've given it a rebirth, and like, when you really look at it, the authenticism, and it represents all of Long Island. No, it doesn't. That the lighthouse on the shoulder. I mean, just everything is bad. That Islander jersey was atrocious, absolutely awful. I can't think of a worse jersey than that. I can't, and I can think of some bad ones. That was really bad. Good shout out on that one, Mike. Caught 7 foul balls at Yankee Stadium in my life. It's one thing I've never done. I've been to Shea Stadium a few times. I've been to more than a few times. I've been to Shea Stadium a lot. You know, Mike, funny enough, my first game ever was not a Yankee game. It was a Met game. And guess who the Mets had just gotten from the Cincinnati Reds? This is how long ago it was. And I still have the hold on. Get him. He got him. 2 outs. I still have, the guide. When you get it, George Foster. The Mets. George Foster. was part of the Mets. It was the very first game I ever went to of any game in my life. And George Foster was a part of the Mets then. Remember him, Mike? I know you remember him. Part of the Big Red Machine. He did nothing for the Mets. But yes, Mookie Wilson, of course, a lot of those earlier guys. That was back then in the early 80s. George Foster. That was the first game I'd ever been to of anything. I was like 10, maybe 9. Yep. Father took me to Shea Stadium. He'd gotten tickets from wherever, and we went. I remember that. Yep. George Foster. I do remember that, man. Wow. Lamario, Rhoda barely even touched the bag. What do you do? I think he was worried about getting rolled on. I don't know. Maybe he should have been tagged the runner, but we don't need him getting hurt. He's losing it, man. Some of these pitches are way off. It's a sinker that went high. So that puts it at 1-1 now. Remember last year? Do you remember our opening day pitcher last year? Anybody? Anybody remember who opened last year? I do. Remember, our pitching staff wasn't in great measure last year either. I think it's better off now. Good pitch. Good slider. Will, we lost a lot of rock and roll legends. Very happy that AC/DC is still around, as I'll be seeing them live next month. Good for you. Good for you. Oh, that's awesome, Will. Looks like number 10 on Milwaukee stepped on him, and that would cause – right. Right back to Rodon. Here we go. He's not going to get him. Oh, he got him. Did he get him, really? Did they really get him? Did he really get him? Let me see this. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Oh, he just got him. And I mean just got him. Wow. Wow, he just got him. That's crazy. All right, back to, Rodon. Okay, got you there. Looks like number 10. Man, Bruin, these opening day, man, these are some bots killing us. They keep coming back with more, and I'm reporting all of them and hiding them, and they just come back with a different one. Crazy. Mario, he's the worst. Oh, hold on. I lost. How the hell did I lose you guys? Where did I leave off? Will. Still around as I'll be seeing it. Okay, I left off there. Looks like I never read that. These bots need to go away. Yeah, well, they're jumping in here big time. Bruin, bouncer Bruin. Why you have to make me work? Yeah, I know. Bruin, you're on it, though. You're on it. Lamario, here is the worst Buffalo Sabres uniform that I've seen in my lifetime, and that is really, yeah, you know what? I wasn't big on that one either. The one I really didn't like the most from the Sabres is the one where the Buffalo looks like a slug. You know, it's like goes across the front. It looked like a slug. I thought that was a pretty bad one. I love the one you guys have now. That's the Sabres to me. Still, that Islanders fisherman is the worst. Bruin, they turn ahead the clock jerseys or Gordon Fisherman. Oh, yeah. The Gordon Fisherman is really bad, man. And because I hate the Islanders is why I'm probably pressing down on it even more, but it is really bad. It's really disgusting. Lamar Cooper, big ups, Cooper. Cooper's in the basement. Another cellar dweller accounted for. Cooper, what's going on, man? Good to see you in here. Thanks for supporting, man. Lamario, I've been 2 Yankee games in my lifetime, one in Tampa Bay and one but we won the game in Toronto. I've been to the Tropicana Field is, I wouldn't say it's not the greatest looking stadium when I went to it. And it's funny because the fans down there, they support the Lightning, but the Buccaneers and the Rays do not get the fans that the Lightning get consistently. And even when the Lightning were bad, like kind of Stamkos, pre-Stamkos era, like early Stamkos, not later on. When they had Vinny Lecavalier and St. Louis were starting to get older and Stamkos just came in, they had a little period there where we weren't doing very well, maybe 08, 09, around there. And they still had a lot of fans going to those games. I enjoyed going to them. Islanders Cologne is fish scent. Befitting. Cody Bellinger up 0-1 on Bellinger. 1-1 on Bellinger now. Manav, bottom of the fourth. Yes, Mick. Have been to Sidney Swan's game back in 1990. Tony Lockett. I know about him. Remember, I looked up a documentary on Tony Lockett. Bellinger. Now it's 1-2. 1-2 on Bellinger. Peralta's thrown 52 pitches. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Same back to you, Cooper. Thank you, man. Same back to you. Bless ups to you too, man. Mick, 2-0 O's. Oh, at the SCG. Nice, Mick. That's something I would love to do one day is go to a footy game. That would be nice, man. It's 2-0, 2-1. I should have done the whiteboard today. It's 2-1. I didn't do the other stream I had where I had the score running at the bottom. I should have done that today. I wasn't thinking about it. I got on here late. BTDs. You guys know the deal. So it's 2-2 on Bellinger right now. It's 2-1. 2-1 Yankees right now, Manav. And it's in the bottom of the fourth inning. 2-1 Yankees. 2-2 on Bellinger right now. And fouled that off. Still 2-2. The Buffalo Slug was awful. That was awful. Buffalo Slug. Yeah, Bruin. That was terrible. That is a close second to that Islander jersey. I know you hate that jersey, Mike. I know you hate that jersey. Oh, Bellinger with a hit. I almost called him Clay Bellinger. Cody Bellinger gets the hit. I almost called him Clay Bellinger, Mike. And for those that remember Clay Bellinger, boy, I guess they really want us to go to MLB to watch the game. No, we're not. We're right here. Just finishing the second of 2 days off. Nice. Oh, just finishing it. This is your Sunday, Mick. This is your Sunday. Paul Goldschmidt up 0-1. Did Rizzo ever land anywhere? I don't think he landed anywhere, right? Verdugo got on with the Braves at the midnight hour. Hey, Clay Holmes is starting for the Mets today. Bellinger with a lead off first. Strike two. That's strike two. 0-2 on Goldschmidt now. Turn ahead. They were really bad, Bruin. I mean, they're definitely in the argument. The turn ahead, they were really bad. That original Phoenix Coyotes one was pretty bad, too. They just had a whole, collage of colors going on. And that awful Coyote holding the stick was really bad. That was a bad jersey, man. We spoke about this the other day. That's in the argument, too. That was really bad. Come on, Goldie. Oh, hold back. So hopefully Vlad Guerrero wants to come to the Yankees next year. I know Goldie's just a one-year stop-off till we get a regular first baseman, but Guerrero, man, it would be nice to have Guerrero on our team. Boy, what a bat in the middle of this order. Bellinger, get back. All right, check on the runner. Yeah, Bruin, they were really bad. If you think if you want to put that as the worst, it's hard to argue it. I will always keep the Islander Gorton Fisherman one as the worst, but you can throw that in there. I mean, we're talking the worst of the worst right now. So you can definitely argue that is the worst. That really is that's really bad. I'll give you that, man. But I'm still going to stick with the Islanders. Butch Goring's daughter. Wow, did you really, Cooper? Oh my gosh, man. Good for you. Wow. That's during that's during the Islander era, that pocket of time where they dominated everything. 2-2 on Cody Bellinger. I guess I'm a little behind. Yeah. Right now we got 3-2. Full count on Goldie, man on first, nobody out. Struck him out on it. Looks like a changeup. Yeah, that's freaking awesome, Cooper. Wow. Butch Goring, nice guy, terrible color commentator. Boy, and Mike, what a send-off the Rangers are giving for Sam Rosen, huh? 40th year. And look, we dropped 4 of the last 5. 4 of the last 5. What a disgrace, man. What an absolute disgrace. What? And the game we did win, we only shot the puck 12 times. 12. We had 1 shot that whole first period. 1. Shame on Vancouver giving up 5 goals on 12 shots. Igor, of course, being left out to dry, 39, saves 36 out of 39. Come on, Jazz. That one was in the dirt. Love that we have Jazz Chisholm. I didn't realize we had him already locked up for 2 more years. Because all off season, I'm like, no one's talking about re-signing Jazz. No one's talking. I thought he was just a mid-season rental. I didn't know we had him for 2 more years. So I'm very happy to have him. Wow, Cooper, Shannon. Levi, welcome into the basement, man. Subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button. Levi, the Brewers are going to be winning the NL Central this year. I know, man. The Brewers, that was a tough one against the Mets last year. And Devin Williams, we got him now, but I mean, you got the team. You lost some players, but you got the team. The Brewers are like a team that's always right in it. They're right even back to the CC Sabathia short term with the Brewers. You guys are right there. And something always happens to you guys. I'm not making fun of your team. I'm just saying something always happens. I mean, I'm a Ranger fan. I watch it year in, year out. New York Ranger anyway in hockey. We have teams that are right there. And then for whatever reason, we implode. Lamario, base hit. Wow, Angus, I'm good, Manav. I'm got to be a little bit behind here. Let me catch up. It's the basement. That's right. Lockport. Cooper, his trophy room had 4 Stanley Cups and other rewards. Nice family. I'm sure. I've seen interviews with the guys. Seems like a really outstanding guy. William. Wow, William, the Raider fan. Another cellar dweller accounted for. William is in the basement. What's up, William? Well, it has been a minute, man. I haven't been on for a couple of months. Been very busy with another project. But I am back. Jazz looks like a pop-up to shortstop. That's 2 outs. Cody's still on first. Love the old school authentic, man. Yes, sir. I had to open up the season with the old school Mickey Mantle authentic, man. That's right. Man. Figured to open up the season old school. So I have other ones I wanted to wear, but I'm like, no, we're going old school today. And I don't wear this one hardly at all. I really don't. I always worry something's going to happen to it. That's why I don't wear it that much. Freddie Peralta. Is it 69 pitches now, bottom of the 4th? Dominguez is up. Hopefully he gets a rookie of the year kind of. Can he be rookie of the year? Can Jason Dominguez get rookie? I'm not talking about if he's going to get it. Would he be eligible? That's the word I'm looking for. Would Jason Dominguez be eligible to win rookie of the year this year? Because he didn't really play last year, right? Hardly. And then he played 1 month. Would he be considered a rookie this year? I didn't even think about that till just now. What are your thoughts on the Nike MLB jerseys, man? Like them? They fit better and not as baggy. I have a home jerseys with them that are pretty nice. Unlike Laffy, I don't mind the Yankees. I don't have it. I don't have the away jersey for the Yankees now. We have our man Laffy on here that totally despises them, calls them a meat market softball league. I'm going to get one. We have Laffy on here as an all-time Yankee fan who hates them with a passion. I know a couple other people that hate them too, but I just like having jerseys for my team, so I'm going to I'm one of the rare people too that didn't hate the New York Jets jersey. I like they went back to the 80s, but the ones with the green stripe, like they had the white stripe and it said New York on the front. I'm one of the rare Jet fans that didn't hate that jersey. And everybody else seems to hate it. Oh, maybe it's me. Bruin, of course, you would still go with the fisherman. I'm always going to go with the fisherman jersey because you know why. The turn the clock back is so arguably right there, but you got to consider the Gorton Fisherman jersey, Bruin, is so atrocious. And then you throw on how much I hate the Islanders on top of that. Makes it number one. Makes it always be number one, Bruin. That's just the way it's going to be. It's always, you take both of those factors, and it'll always make that number one. Always. Yeah, William, I feel terrible for Igor, too, and Sam Rosen going to Snazzy's pick right here. Sam is the only reason I'm still watching the Rangers, right? Right, Snazzy? I'm still watching them because I want to hear Sam. It's only we got 10 games left. 10 games left of Sam Rosen, and this is the way we send them out. 12-4 to start the year. We're at commercial break right now, guys. 12-4 to start the year. 4-15. 4-15 in December. We can't even string together a 3. Correct me, somebody, if I'm wrong. But I think the last time the Rangers won 3 games in a row was in November. I don't think we've had a 3-game winning streak since then. Please, somebody, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we have. I can't remember any. William, yeah, completely broke my heart. Yep. Like I said, I'll be doing Lightning games in the playoffs this year. That's my second team. I told you guys, I lived there for 13 years, went to tons of Lightning games. They grew on me. So I'll be doing their playoff games then. Goring was a great player. He was the missing piece they needed to get them over the hump. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, Sam Rosen's a Ranger legend. It's like Walt Clyde Frazier for the Knicks, man. He's turning 80. He's coming up on his 80th birthday. I think Rosen and Clyde Frazier are doing something together soon, which should be. These are 2 legendary callers, man, commentators for the New York MSG teams. I love Mike Breen, too. Mike Breen is great. But I'm talking about Rosen and Walt Frazier. These guys are complete voices of the MSG teams, man. And just to see either one of them go would be horrendous. And seeing Rosen leave on this note is just really bad. All right, Cooper. All right, Cooper, gotcha, man. I'm really happy to be back here too, man. I won't be on this weekend as we have family coming in. I got to check what we have on tomorrow. I may be on tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday I won't be, but Monday I will be again. Snazzy, I also feel bad for Igor. Deserves so much more. Right. 100%. The guy's left out to dry. Jonathan Quick. I'm glad we signed Quick to another season. He had a great year. These guys are left out to dry. There's nobody in front of the base. There's nobody in front of the goal. And how many odd man rushes have we given up? 2-on-1, 3-on-1 this season. And we give up the goal in the first 3 minutes of the game, it seems. Top of the 5th, Rodon. Still 1-2 on Capra. 8th hitter in the order. He's the one that hit the home run today, guys. William, to be honest, the Rangers just haven't been a good team at all this season. They haven't. They were good the first. When they were 12-4, they were good, and it's been horrendous since. Struck him out. Rodon has thrown 60 pitches so far, 5 strikeouts, pitching a good game today. Pitching a good game. Jazz popped out. Chris Kreider doesn't get traded. He may be the next one to go. Zibanejad. What about I'm not going to hate totally on Lafreniere, but, man, he fell off a cliff this season. Fell off a cliff. I wouldn't get rid of him because he's young, and he already shows what he can do. But, man, did he fall off the map. Will Cooley is a guy that's growing on me. Will Cooley has grown on me. That kid is really good. That kid has a lot of fire in him. I like Will Cooley. Kid is really good player. Bryce Terang is up. You already got a single. Still 2-1. 1 out. Top of the 5th. Nobody on. This is my fear, William, when it comes to Igor. I fear that the Rangers are going to go from 1-1 right now. I fear the Rangers are going to go from a generational goalie in Lundqvist to Igor and not get a championship. Who gets back-to-back goalies of that level and not win championships? We do. We do. Igor obviously has a lot of years left, but I mean, goodness gracious, man. We got a generational goalie. You can't win a champion. You can't even get to the cup with this kid. Come on. And when I don't know where Rodon's throwing that one. 2-2 right now, 64 pitches, top of the fifth, 2-1 Yankees. So it's a disgrace. Yeah, where is Mr. Marine? Good question, Mike. He's been here every day since I've been back. I haven't seen Mr. Marine at all. Hope you're doing well, William. Let me catch up on some of these guys. So the ones that say what's up to each other, I'm passing over. Yep, love how we locked the love too. That was priority number one. You got to lock him up. Lamario, we go to the top of the fifth. I have Cole. Nice. Garrett Cole will be here for a while, man. He was the one guy. Hold on, struck him out. He went. 2 outs, 6 strikeouts for Rodon. I'm not totally surprised by Cole needing Tommy John surgery. Not totally surprised by that. Remember, he missed the first half of last season. When did he come back? Right after the All-Star break, or just before it? Whatever. It was somewhere around then. And he never really looked the same. He looked well in some games and not in others, but his arm, he probably needed this before. That wasn't a total surprise. Clark Schmidt, is this going to be the next guy that just gets hurt a lot? It's just going to be one of them guys that just gets hurt all the time. Luis Heel, come on, man. He's out till the middle of July. Not that injuries, like, people want to get injured. I'm just saying. It's just really annoying. And Clark Schmidt, when the Rangers traded Philip Hedl to get JT Miller, loved it. Philip Hedl gets hurt all the time. He's already hurt with Vancouver. He got another concussion. Out for the rest of the year. That guy, he's like Tua. He gets too many concussions. Struck him out. Good inning for Rodon. We got Volpe, Rice, and Oswaldo Cabrera coming up. Bruin, get on it. I already see him. I got him, Bruin. I got him. Boy, a lot of bots today. A lot of bots. Johnny, what's your opinion on Panarin getting traded after the year? They better not trade Panarin. Of all people, don't trade Panarin. And I have his jerseys too. Like I tell you guys, I try not to buy too many of today's players' jerseys because they move too much. I'd rather get legends. The players move too much. They move too much. I have Panarin's and I have Igor. Thank God they re-signed him because I have an Igor one and I don't like wearing, you know what I mean? Panarin, he's not the problem. How about trading Mika? Where was Mika this season? They pay Mika to shoot and he passes too much. He passes away shot opportunities like no one's business this year. I don't get it. Even Rosen's partner, Joe Micheletti, we're at commercial right now, guys. Even his partner, Joe Micheletti, who is a great commentator, he screams that all the time. He passes too much. You get paid to shoot. Mika fell off the map this year. That's one dude, and I've always liked Mika, but he's one guy I would trade. I would definitely trade him. Snazzy, as soon as Laffy got paid, he disappeared. I am in love with Cooley, though. I love Snazzy. I love Cooley. Will Cooley, that guy has really grown on me. Really grown on me. I like what I see in Brett Berard also. I like what I see in Brett Berard. You know what, dude, I hope they bring back next year, or maybe he already is? How about Sam Carrick? I know he wasn't there to score goals. Sam Carrick has been Johnny on the spot on that fourth line. And Johnny Brzezinski, he's another guy that's starting to grow on me. Brzezinski has a nice shot. Sam Carrick, that was a great fill-in for getting rid of Wenberg. Sam Carrick is really, he's a bruiser fourth-line center, man. He's a true fourth-line center. I like him too. But our defense has been horrendous. Just an overall unit train wreck. Everybody's to blame on there. Too many odd man rushes, too many guys out of position. It just looks terrible. Johnny, just like you collect band t-shirts. I'm a giant sneakerhead, so I have tons of Air Jordans. I have so many shoes, I'm running out of room. I know. I told you guys I don't drink anymore, and my major vice now is buying jerseys and old school rap and rock t-shirts that I grew up on. Rock, metal, and rap, like Public Enemy, Cypress Hill, Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Prince. I have a whole bunch of different types of classic t-shirts, man, and I wear them once in a while. And jerseys of all types. It's funny, though, William, when it comes to shoes, it's funny, even growing up, I never cared much about sneaker. Like I have a pair of like Asics because I have bad feet. My feet hurt all the time. So I have like Asics running, like supportive like shoes, man. They're freaking comfortable as ever. They're comfortable as ever, man. They're just like, that's what I have. Will, MLB TV is down right now and I can't watch the Braves. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, that sucks, Will. Boy, opening day and it goes down? That's terrible. Love Cole. Oh, me too, man. It really sucks. I'm glad we got Max Fried. 2-2 on Volpe. 3-2. Full count on Volpe. Nobody out, nobody on. Lamario, we got to take him out. He's got 66 pitches. He's still holding him down, though, William. Lamario. He's still holding him down. Still holding him down. Volpe struck out. Well, I knew Soto wouldn't be here this season. He's all about money, not loyal at all. I was never a Soto fan. I loved when he was here too, William, and this is what I'll say on that. I don't hate Soto at all, and I can say this about Soto. He never once, when he came to the Yankees, never once said he was definitely staying. He said he was going to test the free agent market. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. For the fans that went out and bought Soto jerseys last year and are burning them, or I wasted my money. Yes, you did waste your money. You wasted your money from day one because he never said he was going to stay here. He said he was going to test the free agent market, and he did. And Ben Rice is up right now, 1-1. It's not surprising he left. I would have gotten a Soto jersey if he signed an extension here. I wasn't touching a Soto anything while he was here. And I don't hate him. I don't think he should get booed. I think he did exactly what he said he was going to do. The Mets paid him more than we did. He thinks the Mets have a better future down the road. Whatever. I also think, oh, that's gone. Oh, no, it's off the wall. It almost went. Ben Rice pushing two. Rice gets the double. Oh, that almost went out. Man. Bruin must have left for a minute. I'm doing his job now. Hold on, guys. This is why my chat gets stalled, because these things pop in here. Hold on. Now I got to catch up to you guys again. Off the wall for a double for Ben. I have 2 Panarin jerseys also. But yeah, with the Soto, I don't even hate him. I don't think he should get booed. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. And you know what? Even though there's injuries, we got more players. You notice the Mets couldn't sign a whole lot of other people. I personally believe, it never came out, but I personally believe that Soto also may not have liked the fact that it's Aaron Judge's team, not his team. When he's on the Mets, it may be Lindor's team at the moment, but it won't be. It's going to be Soto's team now. I think he wanted to be the lone star on the team also. Well, amongst other stars, but he's just the biggest one. And I don't think that he liked that Judge was the man on this team. Maybe. That's just my opinion. He never said it. No one's ever, they never said it. But he did live up to his word. I'm not making any commitments. So I don't hate the guy. Mike, I'll get to you in 1 second. Wells leading off, which I actually like now. I felt weird about it at first. 2-0 on Wells. Laffey, Rangers quit. Boom! Nailed it. Right after they traded Trouba, they lost their heart. 0 effort. Can't watch them. There's no effort at all. None. And when I have people tell me, oh, yeah, you're Igor. Yeah, Igor. Yeah, he's overrated. I'm like, yeah, Igor is the problem. Right. Igor is the problem. Overrated. Any team in this league would take Igor Shesterkin over anybody. Anybody. So when people make fun of him, just if you're hating on him, he shows how great he is. Igor is the best goalie in the game. He's certainly not the problem. So I laugh when people tell me he's overrated. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's the problem, right? But they absolutely quit. And poor Sam Rosen, they absolutely quit on him. Won't even be able to call playoff games on the radio, nothing with it. So we got 10 games left with Sam. I'm trying to listen to at least, the West Coast games. I'm not staying up for that. Why am I going to stay up to watch them lose? There's no heart on the team whatsoever. None. Air Jordan 12 flu game is one of my favorite. That's awesome, William. I know quite a few people that collect a lot of sneakers and they have a lot of Air Jordans. That's a huge thing. 3-1 on Wells, man on second, and 2 out, and he walked Wells. Judge coming up. Let's go. Let's go. Michael Jordan played even when he was sick. He never made excuses. You know who else did that? Walter Payton. Walter Payton got 275 yards, the then record. Then, at the time, was the record. And he did it with 102 fever. They said he was throwing up before the game, was entirely ill, and went out and did it anyway. Players like that are a dime a dozen, man. Michael Jordan playing sick, dime a dozen, man. That's right. Amen. Good shout out on that, Manav. Mario just missed. Bruin, what's up with all these bots? I don't know, man. They're coming in strong, though, and they're all from MLB. Manav, I blocked them, Bruin. Lamario, my TV. Thank you, Manav, for everything you're doing. My TV had the basement technical difficulties. You guys have the same problem? Yeah, it was blanking in and out on ESPN here. It's blanking in and out. Judge, let's go. So as I said, Laffy, I'll be doing Lightning games. I'm going to do Lightning playoff games. I'd be very shocked if the Rangers made it, and even if they do, they're probably going to get swept versus anybody they play. The Capitals, they'd probably play the Capitals, and they'll get paid back from last year. They'll probably sweep us. Judge 0-2, 0-1 right now. Man, 96 fastball straight down the gut, and he missed it. William, so the backstory on the Jordan 12 flu games is that the shoe he wore in the NBA Finals was sick, and he still dropped 38. Can't make this stuff up. Yep. Miller's another one. Been very disappointing this year. Mike, I agree with you. Miller, Lafreniere, signs a contract, falls off the map. Keandre Lindgren, when they traded him, Lindgren was going through, and I like Lindgren too. He's going through the motions. I can't think of one defenseman that the Rangers have that is doing anything. Zach Jones, I think, is playing as hard as he can. Will Borgen, it just seems they brought in a guy that likes to lay out a lot of hits. They don't seem to have anybody on defense right now, Mike, that I can think of that says, man, this guy is playing. Braden Schneider. Braden Schneider seems to bring it all I can't knock on Braden Schneider too much. He's had a lot. Lawrence, nobody like Michael Jordan, Walter Payton. Yeah, they're dime a dozen, man. I mean, when it comes to playing through everything in LT right there, bam, had separated his shoulder and had the game of his life. Lawrence Taylor, another monster, man. Greatest linebacker to ever play the game. And when people talk about Micah Parsons, oh, he's a new Lawrence. He is not the new Lawrence Taylor. And that has nothing to do with who he plays for. Strikes out. Come on, Judge. Struck out. Micah Parsons. Remember a few years ago when they were saying Khalil Mack was the next Lawrence Taylor? No. Lawrence Taylor, there will never be another Lawrence Taylor. Why? Because he changed the position. He changed the meaning of the position. If you had a running back sweep going away from the outside linebacker, you never were concerned about blocking the outside linebacker because he wouldn't be part of the play. We're sweeping away from him. Lawrence Taylor changed all that because he ran them down before they even made it to the line of scrimmage around the end. He ran them down. Yeah, he changed the position. So no one will ever be a Lawrence Taylor. There'll never be another Lawrence Taylor on defense. Not Micah Parsons, not anybody else. I would take Micah Parsons on my team in a heartbeat. Would never say he's Lawrence Taylor. Not even close. Red Wings winning. Reds winning 1-0. Why did I say Red Wings? Reds winning. No, 1-0. Lamario, come on, Judge. Grady, another Aussie, another cellar dweller accounted for, and a Brisbane Lions brother. Hi, Johnny. Have a great weekend. Go Lions. We'll be watching my Detroit Tigers later. Yes, Grady. How do you like the Jets getting Aaron Glenn, Grady? Took him right from your team. Like I said, I'll wait till week 1 to see what the Jets have. I'm not making any predictions or buying into anything. Nothing. Zero. I'm not buying into anything in the offseason with the Jets. I'm taking the offseason off. I'm watching the Knicks, the Yankees, and it appears now I'll have to watch the Lightning because our Rangers have totally quit on the season. And the Red Bulls and the Brisbane Lions. Bots, BOD alert, BOD alert. I did check them too, but it's not him. It's not him. Angus, that's what Mr. Marine would be saying. Mr. Marine thinks everybody that comes in here is BOD. He does. Snazzy, I agree. Jones has been the best D-man. Schneider, yeah, Braden Schneider, his game has really stepped up, man. He has been the best defenseman. And Zach Jones, when I say it, I think Zach Jones is playing to the best of his ability. I think he's taking every opportunity he can to getting the starting nod on defense. I don't know if he's a long-term guy or not, but overall, Braden Schneider, Snazzy, has been the best D-man, the most consistent. Everybody else has just dropped off the map. Rodon is back out here, top of the 6th. Lamario, Grady, good luck to the Tigers. The Dodgers are a good team. They're the defending champs. By the way, do you guys think, I can't even believe, to me personally, I can't even believe this has come up. But there are fans out there that said that Gleyber Torres should get booed when he comes back to Yankee Stadium. Why? Who would boo Gleyber Torres? Why? He should get a standing ovation. I thought Gleyber Torres was a solid Yankee. He wanted to be here. He loved wearing the pinstripes. I thought he was a great Yankee. He's not a Hall of Fame Yankee. He's not an all-time Yankee. He was a solid Yankee. He had his problems. He had his issues in the field. But get booed? There's fans that want to boo him when he comes. Why? Why would you boo Gleyber Torres? I think he should get cheered when he comes back. That one I definitely don't understand, and that's been like a thing going on right now. Glad Glaber's gone. He deserves to get booed when he comes back. Really? I've seen it on some Yankee sites from some fans when they were talking about former players. And when they come back, what kind of reception they would get. Of course, the main topic was Soto. But then Gleyber popped up out of nowhere. Like, why would he get booed? Why would anybody boo Gleyber Torres? Just don't get that one. That one I don't get. Lamario, Grady, good luck to the tie. Read that. Laffy, rules in football will not allow another. Yeah, never allow another LT. Never. Ball 4, man, that was close. Yelich is on first, and he is a base stealer. William, love the Chris Kreider jersey you have, Johnny. Classic and has the A on the front. Yeah, and it's signed. I didn't get it signed personally by him, but yes, that one is that Kreider is one of my favorites too because it's Kreider, man. Has the A on the front, absolutely. That's why I said I like getting rain. Like I have Aaron Judge jerseys. That even when he leaves, that's not going to go anywhere. You know. Who are the Tigers playing, Grady? I don't even know who the Tigers are playing. Grady left already. He popped in for a minute. I guess he left. Lamario, no, he doesn't need to get booed. I mean, he wasn't the best with us, but that doesn't mean it. Right. He wasn't like the greatest thing ever, but he always played hard, even through his errors and miscues, and he never really complained a lot. I can't think of a reason to boo Gleyber Torres. I just can't. So when there's fans in these Yankee sites that I go through, and then some of them are saying, yeah, I got to boo Torres when he comes back, Clay Holmes when he comes back. And I'm like, I just stuck on the Gleyber part. I'm like, no. Why would anybody boo Gleyber? And he loved being a Yankee. He wanted to stay. He didn't want to switch to third base. Okay, I get that. Oh, there's one. That was, they're not going to get two, right? Nope, didn't get two. Got the one, though. Got the one. The ball wasn't hit hard enough. Yelich is fast. They barely got Yelich. Oh, no, they got him by a foot. And Contreras is pretty fast, so. Lamario, no, he doesn't need to get booed. Right. I just read that too, but right, I read it again because it's right. The LA Dodgers are stacked, especially pitching. You know what's funny, and it's ironic, is Yankee fans, we all want the Dodgers to lose because they have everybody. I know it sounds very hypocritical as a Yankee fan, but I do. I want them to lose. I want everybody that plays the Dodgers. I'm a fan of every team that plays the Dodgers this year, except the Red Sox. I'd go for the Dodgers over the Red Sox, but that's it. Outside of them, I'm going for everybody else that plays them. LT at WrestleMania, yes. Wrestled Bam Bam Bigelow, Mick, if I recall correctly. He wrestled Bam Bam Bigelow. I do remember that, Mick. Good shout out. Bruin Dodgers put Kreider in the ring with Torts. You know, it's funny, Laffy. The last time they asked Kreider, he's such a gentleman, Kreider. When they asked Kreider about Tortorella when he was back with the Flyers, he had nothing but good things to say about him, and we know he could say worse things about him. And he didn't. Kreider said nothing but good things about Tortorella and what he learned from him. And I'm like, but Tortorella wanted to get rid of Kreider, didn't he? And he sent them down a lot, sent him back to the Wolfpack a lot. I think Kreider was just being a gentleman. Angus, the U.S. government's procedure to ride its websites of security breaches is called BOD. Is it really? The beer of death? Because that's how we know it here in the basement, the beer of death from Port Adelaide Power. Don't make fun of the Port Adelaide Power. You get the beer of death. That's how I understand it. Bruin, you and your vendetta against Tortorella. Yeah, Mike hates Tortorella. I don't even hate Tortorella as much as Mike does. Mike despises Tortorella more than I despise the Islanders. Padres are beating the Braves 2-1, Will, if you're not able to get the game in. It's in the second inning. The Astros are up on the Mets 1-0. Clay Holmes has given up 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Soto is 1 for 1. I don't know if he gave up a home run or not. Didn't say it. Laffy, he ruins young players. Unforgivable. What he did to Kreider set him back 2-3 years. I agree with that. I do. He's kind of like Tom Thibodeau with the Knicks, who's done overall a great job with the Knicks, but he runs those starters to death, and he doesn't give the young players much of anything. He just doesn't. Tibbs, I mean, and the Knicks have gone far with him. All the injuries they had last year, they still finished number 2. I just think it's time to get somebody else and put him over the top. Tibbs is kind of like Tortorella. They're old school coaches. They have their old ways. They're not going to be taught anything different. And it's just, it ruins the young players. It really ruins young players. The starters don't even complain about being out there for the entire, like Josh Hart plays like almost in full games, like full 48 minutes. He's done it many times. But just for a side note, Josh Hart just passed Clyde Frazier for 9 triple-doubles in a season for the Knicks. 9. Walt held the record with 8 triple-doubles in one season. He's got 9. So after Sam Rosen retires, still got Walt over calling the Knicks games, which I love. He has all the greatest lines. He really does. Man, what a shame for Sam. Great to see you back, Johnny. Love your lives. Love your lives. They have gotten me through some dark. Oh, love your lives. I couldn't even finish the sentence. Sorry, man. I'm half watching the game and half reading that, William. Love your lives. They've gotten me through some dark times, man. Thank you. Well, thanks, William. Thank you, man. That's quite a compliment. And that's from everybody in here. We make this a hangout, William. That's what this is, man. So if you're having a bad day, just come on in here, man. We all just kick it in here. Again, I won't be on Saturday or Sunday. Unless something else happens. I just count on me not being on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be back on Monday. Maybe I'll be on one day, Saturday or Sunday. But as of right now, I have to say I won't be. But William, thank you for the compliment, man. I'm glad we can do that for you in here, man. That's what this is all about. Everybody, we just have fun in here. Rodon is done. Got a man on first and second, top of the 6th. He's thrown 89 pitches. He pitched a good game. He pitched a good game. He's coming out. He's getting a standing ovation, which he should. He pitched a good game. I mean, he gave up one bomb, and he's gotten out of some situations. It's time. I don't know who they have coming in yet. Let's see. William, great to say. I read that. Lamario, Bruins. Bruins 6, Baltimore 2. What's up with that? The Bruins? That would be interesting if the Boston Bruins are beating Baltimore Orioles 6-2. I know what you mean, though. Bruin, I like Tortorella, to be honest. Mike probably has an answer for that. His shtick is old. He's full of himself, to be honest. I like Gallant and Vigneault. Yeah, I like the lean Vigneault, and I like Gallant. I know a lot of people rip me for this, but I wouldn't fire Laviolette just yet. I think Gallant, they fired Gallant after 2 years. He was 56 games over 500, I believe. And what ruined Gallant was not losing to the Lightning in the conference championship. You lost to a team at the time who was the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions, right? All right. Alexei, Vasilevsky, he was the all-time winningest goalie for 5 years running in this era. 5 years running, he was like the best goalie in the game at the time. So losing to them, okay. The problem with Gallant was the next year we come in and lose to an extremely young Devils team when we had all the veterans, all the players, the goalie, we had everything. And we lost to that Devils team, and that was Gallant's ticket out of town. I didn't think they should have fired Gallant. I don't think he made enough in-game transitions, and he kept that kid line together when it really wasn't working in the playoffs. They should have gotten rid of that. But whatever the case, they fired him. Now you get Laviolette, wins the President's Trophy, and then this year is a total drop off the map. Yes, it's on coaching, but it's also on the players that they have brought in. They have some defense. The defense has been absolutely atrocious. And we don't have enough shooters. We have Mika Zibanejad, who doesn't feel like shooting the puck this season for some reason. He wants to keep passing it. Panarin's been good. We already discussed Lafreniere, fell off the map. We don't have enough guys that are playing with any heart. Any heart. But when I get rid of the coach just yet? No. I wouldn't get rid of Laviolette. Who are you going to get rid of him? Bring in another guy. You need to make some changes with the players, too. You win the President's Trophy. You had this horrendous drop-off, which I do put some of the blame on the coaching staff. I do. Let's see what we do next year. That's where I'm at with that. I like Laviolette, guys, and I'll tell you why. We got Tim Hill in. Tim Hill is Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. If you didn't realize, if you're watching the game, look at a close-up of him. That is Uncle Rico from Napoleon, Tim Hill. Laviolette, people are like, well, he hasn't won a Stanley Cup since the Carolina Hurricanes in 2006. Okay. And then he lost 2 others. They say that as if Laviolette had the team that should have won. Should the Flyers have beaten the mini dynasty Blackhawks with Corey Crawford in net and Patrick Kane in his prime and Jonathan Toews and Seabrook? Yeah, that Flyers team should have beaten them? No. And then he takes a Predators team of all teams to the Stanley Cup final, and who do they run into? Oh, Sidney Crosby and Malkin and Letang and Marc-Andre Fleury. And just another mini dynasty he ran into. So the Predators and the Flyers weren't teams that he coached to the Stanley Cup that should have won it all. The fact that he even took a Predators team to the Stanley Cup says a lot. Good force out by Volpe at third. So now we got first and second with 2 outs. Rodal, where am I at? No, I'm going to say, Bruin, that the Orioles are winning 6-2 against Toronto. There you go, Lamario. My bad. I read it wrong. I didn't realize you were talking to Bruin. I thought you were just having another typo like you had on your thing. I wouldn't fire Lally either. He's not the problem. I wouldn't fire him, Snazzy. He does deserve some blame. He does. But I wouldn't fire him. Lamario, should be a good game tomorrow. Collingwood versus the Bulls. Yes. Collingwood has come around again, man. They won the whole premiership 2 years ago, the grand final. Laffy, I like Lavi. However, he's lost the team. Getting beat is one thing, but the lack of it. I hear you on that. I can't even argue that. You can't fire the players. I get that too. He's definitely lost the team. You know what it is, Mike? I'm getting sick and tired of firing guys every 2 years. Every 2 years, firing. And your points there are acceptable. I mean, and they're acceptable and agreeable. This team right now is so lost, man, that it's just like, who are you going to bring in here? Like, when I go to the Lightning and talk about John Cooper, they could have fired – Steve Yzerman could have fired him multiple times in the beginning. Oh, no, slow roller. They don't have a play. Cabrera didn't throw it. He probably wouldn't have beaten him anyway. Maybe he was trying to save a run. So now they have the bases loaded, 2 outs. Cabrera, I think, was very smart not to throw that one because if you force it and just a botched play happens, the tying run scores. So maybe he was smart for not throwing that one. John Cooper with the Lightning came in. They lost the Stanley Cup final in 2015 to the Blackhawks. Then they had a couple of years, right? Then they were the all-time record winner at the time in 2019 and get swept by Tortorella and the Columbus Blue Jackets in the first round. We've been over that a gazillion times. Most teams would have fired that coach by then. You were the all-time record-setting team in 2019, and you get swept by a seller at the trade deadline in the Columbus Blue Jackets. And Bobrovsky was the goalie at the time, and Tortorella was the coach, and you get swept by the 8th-seeded team that barely made the playoffs. Most head coaches would have been fired. Yzerman said he liked what he saw in John Cooper, even though he'd lost the Stanley Cup, then blew this horrendous all-star team against an 8th-seeded team. And then what they do after that? Stanley Cup. They went to 3 in a row and won 2 of them. He's the longest tenured coach in the league right now. Do I say Laviolette's going to do all that? No, but it's like, how do you go from President's Trophy to, honestly, the laughing stock of the league? And they deserve to be the laughing stock of the league. They're worse than the San Jose Sharks, who have negative 73 goal differential between their goals and their goals against. It's like negative 73. The reason the Rangers are laughing stock is because you were the President Trophy winner. And you guys have no heart, no direction. And that's where your point, Laffy, on he's lost the team. It's hard to argue that. I would just keep him another year. Bases low. Let's go. All right, there we go. Get it, Tim. Get it. Throw it to first. What'd they say? That hit off the plate? Oh, it hit in the batter's box. They're saying that's a foul ball. Got him on the foot. It hit him on the foot. All right. What? No, that was a ball. 3-0 Reds. Bond, another Aussie, another cellar dweller accounted for. Bond's in the base. What's up, Bond? G'day, back to you. What's happening, Bond? Laffy, I hear you. We're going through the same thing with the Giants. Can't keep firing the coach. I think Dable is good. Right, exactly. You need stability, man. So when your argument back to me, I totally get it, Mike. I totally get it. I really do. But when you have great coaches who have a great history, I guess what I'm saying is you got to trust them. You got to trust them for another year. I hate firing coaches, and I'm glad the Giants didn't fire Dable. I think Dable's got a lot of good things going on. I do. And they can't say it with a 3-win. You know, he came into a mess. And I think in the NFL, you can't resurrect the team in 1 year. People say, well, look at the Washington Commanders. Well, that's such a rarity. All right, let's go, Tim. Come on. It's the 8th pitch of the at-bat. 2-2. Another foul off. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Need stability. I agree. Maybe some of these players have to get traded in the offseason. I don't know, but I just want to trust that we have a great coach in Laviolette, and I don't see why to get rid of him. Unless John Cooper gets fired from the Lightning. Volpe grounds out. We get out of it. Force out at second. We got out of it. Force out at second. Uncle Rico got us out of it. Yeah, you need stability, and I think that Laviolette's resume speaks for itself, and I think you keep him. That's just my opinion, and it's all the facts against that for this season. Bruin seems to be on fire, Bond, with the he was like Lou last year, man. They jumped in and just set it on fire. Bruin is on fire in the AFL tipping. Hey, Mike, while we're at it, how do you like the Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston tandem there? Mike, how do you like that? Lamario, I guess that ball, yeah, that was a ball, Lamario. I was just being biased to the Yankees. That was a ball, but at least we got out of the inning. He's great. Dable, yeah, they're great with the players. Dable is great with the players. I think Dable stays, man. They got to have a significant turnaround this year. Even if they don't make the playoffs, you got to have at least a 9-win season, I think, for the Giants. So what do you think of the Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston? William, how do you think I feel about the Raiders? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the Raiders fire the coach every season. The coach gets fired. Oh, my gosh, you're right. William, you're right. As a Raider fan, we feel your pain, I should be saying. We feel your pain, yes. Essendon Bombers, finally, Bond. What Bombers killed me in the tipping? You know what? And I think I didn't even tip them last night. I got to check. Now that you brought that up. I probably didn't pick them. The beginning of the season is so hard, man. Pete Carroll works out for the Raiders. Well, William, you got a great head coach now. William. So, and I don't think a guy like Pete Carroll at his age would take over a team that he feels is going to go nowhere. So there's probably a lot of conversations before he took that job. I'm officially full-time now. Angus is back full-time. There you go, Angus. Bond, Bond. Mick wants to get into tipping. Mick wants to get back into tipping, Bond. Ozzy Albies hit a 2-run homer for the Braves. First home run of 2025. 3-2 Atlanta. There you go. Hey, is Verdugo playing today? Hey, by the way, guys, on Saturday, Nestor Cortez is going to be starting against the Yankees on Saturday, and he was our opening day starter last year, Nestor Cortez. Clay. I keep saying Clay. Cody Bellinger is up. It's better than what we had. Are you sold on Fields with the Jets? This is what I'm doing this year, Mike. I'm just not going to care until week 1. I do like that Aaron Glenn, Mike. I like that Aaron Glenn came in and told Aaron Rodgers, good luck the rest of the way. We're not waiting on you. I love basically that he said that. We're not waiting on you. I like that they got a Jet that was an elite player at his time. He was one of the best cornerbacks in his day, not of all time, not nearly of all, not even in the category. But of his era, he was one of the better cornerbacks, a hardworking player, great defensive coordinator. And he's a Jet. He's a Jet, and he loves being a Jet. And I like the fact that he took control and just said, we're not waiting around for you to make a decision. I do like that they kept Tyrod Taylor. I think they should have a quarterback competition. Tyrod Taylor is a respected player on that team, and I think they would do very well with him as a starter. Obviously, he's not the future. Cody Bellinger works a walk. Bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1 Yankees. Bellinger works the walk. So, but I'm taking the offseason off, meaning up here, Mike, up here. I'm taking the offseason off. I bought into the Jets' great defense and Aaron Rodgers the last couple of years. This offseason, see what happens in week 1. That's all I can say. We'll see what happens in week 1. But I like the Aaron Glenn hiring. That I do like. Paul Goldschmidt up. Let's get something going, Paul. He's 0 for 2 today. OG of OGs, Mr. Marine in the basement. Mr. Marine, you do know Laffy Taffy is the former Trouba Train, so you know who that is if you don't remember, Mr. Marine. It's Trouba Train, the former Trouba Train. Laffy Taffy is Trouba Train. Just so you know, Mr. Marine. It's great to be back on here, Mr. Marine. I promise you, man. But it's been a good 2 months with Jerry, as you guys know. And we're still working on that stuff as well. But I'll be very regular in here again. All right, just inside. Man on first, nobody out. 1-2. 1-2 on Goldie. Yeah, some teams are 3 coaches in a year. That's really bad, Angus. How are you supposed to have any direction with 3 head coaches in one season? It's really bad, man. Raider for life. That's the way it's supposed to be, William. You stick to your teams. We can get mad and annoyed and not watch games. Like, I didn't watch any Jet games after October, after Halloween last year, or whenever they played the Cardinals and got completely annihilated by the Cardinals. That was the last Jet game I watched of the entire season. That was either the end of October, beginning in November. Whenever that game was, it's the last Jet game I watched for the whole season. They were so embarrassing, man. Chisholm up. Let's go. I'm Trouba Marine. There you go. Verdugo's not in the Braves lineup today, Johnny. Okay. Bonnie, you there? Oh, I told you, Mr. Marine thinks everybody's the BOD guy. Mr. Marine thinks everybody's the BOD guy. All right, 1-0 right now. We got 1 out. Goldie got out. 1-0 on Jazz. 2-0 on Jazz. Fakes the bunt. Welcome back, Mr. Marine. OG Cellar Dweller Basement Bouncer Gunner. Trouba train is gone. No more Trouba. Can't be the Trouba train. Jacob Trouba is gone. Been gone. That's not a strike. That was a ball. Come on. It's 2-1. That was a ball. Mick, I'll share the Tip and Com link in the basement Discord. Just give me a few minutes. Yep, because they traded him. There you go. Angus, everybody said that's fair, Trouba. Yep. How's everyone doing tonight? Great, Gunner. How about yourself? For some reason, I lost my Discord. Did you? Mick, I'll put the Discord link back in here. Hold on, Mick. I'll get you that right now. Mick. There you go, Mick. Another walk. Jazz just walked. Oh, Max Crosby, man. I would love to have him on my team. Max Crosby is a beast, man. You'd hope he'd be a Raider for life. Like the Jets just released C.J. Mosley. That's a jersey I have that I'll still proudly wear. C.J. Mosley is one of the better middle linebackers, and he fought hard as a Jet. He was a really good New York Jet, C.J. Mosley. I'll still wear his jersey. That's still a jersey you could wear to the game, and it's an acceptable former player. Like, no one would, ridicule you for wearing a Mosley jersey. It's not like wearing a Sean Avery jersey to a Ranger game. That's what I mean. Former Yankee Michael King just got pulled from the game after 2 2/3 innings for the Pirates. Really? Not doing very well then today, Michael King. How's Clay Holmes doing today as a starter? As regular as Metamucil. That's funny. Bond says, what's up, Mr. Marine? I know, Mr. Marine, you should have been in here earlier. I had tons of bots coming in here. MLB, watch MLB live, here, there, and whatever. Jason Dominguez is up 0-2. We got 1 out. Men on first and second right now, bottom of the 6th. Mr. Marine, I should use the whiteboard today. Dominguez just flew out to first. Come on. First pitch swinging. Bond, how you doing? Gunner, currently trying to decide what me and my parents are going to do for dinner. There you go. Yeah, it's 5:15 already, right? Gunner moved into 4th place in the tipping. I do not, Mr. Mike, I do not have a Ken O'Brien jersey, and you know what? I would like to get one. I could actually have one made. I do not. Of the old Jets, I have Joe Klecko, Abdul Salam, Joe Namath, Gastineau. I need a Lyons and a Ken O'Brien. Rivas, that's another old one I have, Darrell Rivas. I have a lot of the famous Jets. C.J. Mosley is the current one. Like I said, I could still wear that. That guy was a workhorse for us, man. He was a beast and an all-out player. Ken O'Brien's a Jet. And I don't know why so many Jet fans hate Ken O'Brien besides the Dan Marino thing, but it's like, okay, but he didn't suck. Ken O'Brien was a great quarterback for the Jets. He was a really good quarterback. And he always stood toe-to-toe when they played against Marino. So I don't understand the hate that O'Brien gets, but he gets it. Oh, it should have been Dan Marino. Well, you know, there's a lot of other teams that could have picked Dan Marino that didn't either. And the Dolphin fans mock me. Oh, yeah, you guys should have taken Marino. Well, you guys actually took Marino and didn't win anything with him. So Volpe, inside, 2 outs, 2 on. Come on, guys. And I'm going to work on that, Mike. I'm going to get a Ken O'Brien jersey. That's the next one I'm getting. There you go. I don't like Sean Avery. I didn't like him on the Rangers at all. Even that thing he did to Martin Brodeur. Remember that? When you can't do that anymore. No, I was not. I wasn't happy when we got Avery or Matthew Barnaby. Remember when we got Matthew Barnaby? I don't like those players. Serve no purpose to me. None. Those players serve absolutely no purpose at all. I didn't like it when either one of those guys were on our team. Gunnar, Johnny, what did you delete some of your old? Hold on, Gunnar. I noticed all the clips I made for the BOD guy are no longer available. The stream no longer available. What stream was that, Gunnar? What stream was that? I got rid of some of it. I was so Jets angry, I got rid of some of my Jet streams, but I don't think he was in the Jet stream. Didn't BOD come in the Rangers? I was so angry at the Jets last season that I just went on a tear. I don't even have anything Jets hanging on the wall right now. Outside of the sack exchange right there. They could stay. But all my Jet stuff on that side of the wall, that's all gone. It's all Knicks over there and Yankees are over there now. I took the Jet stuff is all in a box. So I was on a real I hate the Jets tear last November. So I deleted a lot of those live streams. I didn't want any association with them whatsoever. Look at that. Green tub for the green Jet stuff. See all the Jet stuff in there? It's staying there. Jets blankets, see all that? It's staying there. So the BOD guy, I believe, was in other streams besides the Jets, though. I only live streamed 6 Jets games last year, if that. Three 3-2 Cincinnati. Can't believe it's 79 degrees here on Saturday. Yes, it's going to be 79, 80. Volpe. He grounded out. We don't get anything. 3 outs. Yeah, Gunner's doing great. Bruin, I think I'm still 7th? He's the best quarterback the Jets ever had. Boom. Boom. I've said that too. Everybody says it's Namath because he won the Super Bowl. Okay, but Ken O'Brien, when you look at his numbers, they're as good as or just as good as Namath's, and he played in less years than Namath. But Namath gets the nod because of the Super Bowl. Namath he's not even a Hall of Fame quarterback. We know why he's in the Hall of Fame. The AFL beating the NFL at that time. Super Bowl III was the most important Super Bowl of all of them. It saved the AFL. It really did. People are like, oh, you say that because you're a Jet fan. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the AFL beating the NFL. The AFL was a league that wasn't even supposed to be around. Joe Namath was a huge quarterback that was supposed to go to the NFL, and he chose the AFL. That kind of stuff. Yes, I watched that also. Will. The documentary on the Jet Sack Exchange. I'm shocked how much of a whiner Mark Gastineau is. Mark Gastineau was, personally, I think he should have been in the Hall of Fame also. He was a defensive end. He was one of the better defensive ends. Had the Jets won a Super Bowl, it wouldn't have taken Klecko all these years to get in, and Mark Gastineau would have been in also. And by the way, Abdul Salam has passed away since that documentary. He was the original guy on that line. Thanks, Bon. Watching the NFL has made it easier for me to understand picking teams based on their strengths and weaknesses. It's a great game too, Gunner. Footy is a great game, man. Really is. Matt Rempe is kind of like a modern version of Sean Avery for the Rangers. At least Matt Rempe now, is after that 8-game suspension, he's starting to play hockey now. And I've seen he's avoided a couple of fights. He's starting to play hockey now. He's trying to be a player because of Sean Avery. If he's going to be a Sean Avery type, he's not going to last in the league long. Yeah, Mr. Marine, we saw that. Laffy mentioned that to us. You remember how much Laffy loves John Tortorella. I'm not sure what stream it was, unfortunately. Yeah, there was I think when the Jets played the Dolphins, remember he came in trying to be the Dolphin fan? I remember that one. But he was in on our couple of Yankee games, too. He was in some streams with Yankee games, too, Gunner. He was in some streams with that because the Yankees World Series and the playoffs were going on during that time, and I was doing a ton of those games. So we got Mark Leiter on the mound. I don't know how I feel about this guy yet. Got Mark Leiter on there, top of the 7th inning. We were talking about that earlier, Marine. Yep. Sports Talk with Will sounds familiar. Yeah, it's Bulldog. Remember Bulldog? Georgia Bulldog. Remember him? That's him. He's back today, yes. Sports, yeah, I got really angry during the Jets games I streamed this season that I accidentally cussed a few times. Yeah, it'll get you like that. I boxed them. Do I still love the Jets? Of course. I'm not dumping them, but I wanted them off my wall. It has really angered ourselves for buying in when we know better. Volpe, deep in the hole. Got him. You know what it is, Will? It's the Jet fans like me. I'm going in 44th year of being a fan. All right. It's the anger that we bought in these last couple of years. The anger. It's not just Aaron Rodgers. If you look at his numbers last year, Rodgers looks, 28 touchdowns, 11 picks, just under 4,000 yards. But it's kind of misleading. What the anger with me really was is not just Rod. The anger is the great defense we were supposed to have. Everybody and their mother ran all over our defense. Ran them right over. Everybody. That's what bothered me more than anything else. And Breece Hall couldn't run the ball at all because nobody was blocked. It was just terrible. Terrible all around. Because the Jet up. All right, one out. 1-1 right now. Mark Leiter. Going to see how he does. So we all bought in, man. I think that's why everybody got pissed. I don't burn things and stuff like that, but that's the first time I've ever put my Jet stuff in a box. I put it in a green tub. We'll see if it comes out again anytime soon. The Sack Exchange deserves to stay up there. Curtis Martin. Oh, that's it, Mike. Curtis Martin. That's the other legendary jersey I have from the Jets. Curtis Martin. Out number 2. Leiter's doing good so far. Mr. Marine, Lockport, how you doing? Bon, all the people in tipping comp that are not from Australia are all doing great. The tipping comp ladder is very close. Isn't that funny, Bon? I told Lou twice about this, man. I don't know why he hasn't joined in yet. I think Lou, and I tell him this too, I think Lou loves the fact that he beat me last year and wants to make me not be able to live that down forever. Gunner, I shared the clips in the Discord on September 8th. I think it was a Yankees game, as neither the Jets or the Rangers were playing that night. Oh, I didn't delete any Yankee games. It should be in there then. Yeah, Yankee games, all the other stuff stayed there. I got rid of a lot of the Jet live streams because I was so angry at them. I didn't want to be associated with them. That's how I got. That's how bad it got last year. That's how bad it got. I was so like I said, that Cardinals game, they were just running all over our defense, like just running all over them. It was so embarrassing. Rangers change I hated. Mike Ridley, Rick Middleton, Brassard. Yeah, Derek Brassard. Alexei Kovalev, and Tony Amonte. Not Tony, you know what I meant. That was great when they honored Rosen the other night, Mike and Trouba and Mike and Trouba, Mike, Mr. Marine, and when they had John Davidson and Phil Esposito come out there and celebrate with Sam. Phil Esposito, he's looking really old now. I know he's old, but he's looking at, man. Now he's really looking at. Struck him out. Mark Leiter, he heard what I said. Struck him out. Good. Bruin, Robert he did, and I didn't think firing Robert one sport you don't fire a coach in the middle of the season is football. Like, why? What a waste of time. And you got Jeff Ulbrich gets moved up to head coach. It just became an absolute disaster. But Robert Saleh was there. Remember when they opened up against the 49ers that night, and Christian McCaffrey was out, and they had a rookie running back. And what did he do? He ran all over that Jets defense. Ran all over them. And Robert Saleh was there. But I know what you mean. I still think firing a coach in the middle of the season doesn't make any sense, especially when you're not out of it yet. But think about it. Zach Wilson and Tim Boyle and the other two guys we had that played quarterback, I don't remember their names now. But remember, they all won 7 games. We won 5 when Rodgers came back. 5. And he bringing in everybody that he wanted, bringing in Devontae Adams. I don't have a problem with Devontae Adams personally as a receiver and all that. But you have all these things that I don't have any time to gel. And just everybody's just coming in, and all these names are coming in, and nobody has any time to gel with each other. Football, you don't just come in and just everybody just plays. There's no sport you can just grab guys at any point in the season and just think everybody's going to gel. For total margin, I have a low score. Good. Padres tied the game at 3, heading top of the 4th at Petco. For those that don't remember, Sports Talk with Will is Bulldog, Georgia Bulldog. You remember him as Georgia Bulldog. That's Will. If no one subscribed to his channel, sub. Will, are you still calling games? Yankees bullpen is definitely solid, Mike. Definitely solid. And Loizac is supposed to be back soon. Be right back. I'll just go and get the link for the tipping and share it in the Discord for Mick and Lou if he's going to join. Lou is in the Discord. Yeah, Lou should join. I think he just wants to hold on. I think he just wants to hold on to the fact that he beat me last year. Lou's a great guy, great friend. I think that's the reason. I told him about it. I did. Bruin, JB, thanks. Yanks good for 95 wins. Guys, remember last year at this time, I really think our pitching staff was worse. Cole was already out. I think what we had was worse. I think our batting order of batters 6 through 9 was worse than it is this year right now with all the injuries. Yes, we had Soto, and yes, our top order was good, but I think our batters 6 through 9 last year were like all automatic outs. I think we're better off right now as it stands. How do you think the Mets will do this year, Marine? I'm leaving on that. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds. Too much of this, too much of that. Be right back.
We've also seen 3 solo shots. Austin Wells went deep. Anthony Volpe went deep. Vinny Capra went deep. That's all scoring. There's Capra's home run into left. 3 solo shots. That's it. 2-1 ball game, bottom of the 7th inning. Starters outstanding. Craig Peralta, Carlos Rodon. And the Brewers for their 3rd pitcher of the ballgame, Jared Keenan, who takes over from Brian Hudson. Another left-hander coming out of the 10th. Keenan will deal with Rice, Cabrera, and Wells here in the 7th.
Yeah, he was terrific a year ago. A 9-4 record, a 247 earned run average. You had to see. They used him as an opener 6 times last year. Did a good job in that regard. There's an opportunity day. Ben Rice hit a rocket off the wall and right his last time up. Really added a lot of bulk, added some muscle. It paid off during the spring. When we talked to Aaron Boone before this game, he said he could really hit. And I just have the feeling that, every once in a while you get some breakout player that nobody's talking about launch over the offseason. I'll go with what Aaron Boone says. If he thinks this kid can hit, then I think he can hit too.
Well, he first time we've seen his first 17 games where he hit 4 homers. He had a three homer game, and then it kind of went awry. And sometimes you get caught up with the home run, but I think he has really good command of the strike zone. As you talked about, we put on a lot of muscle, and it was all upper body strength, and it's really shown up in spring training.
The opening day continues on ESPN. Tigers are in LA to take on the Dodgers. That's coming up at 7 on ESPN. Carl Ravitch, Eduardo Perez, David Cohn, Buster Olney will have it for you. Skubal against Snell. Good pitching matchup to start the season for Detroit, continue the season for the Dodgers, who will be 2-0 after those wins in Tokyo. First pitch of ball from Kenny.
Yankees winning. It's almost over.
Koenig brings it again. 2-0.
2-0 on Ben Rice. He's got a double today and a strikeout. And bottom of the 7th, nobody out. 2-0. 2-0. Where I leave off. Be right back. Bruin, how many wins do you think the Mets will get? I'm going to go 88. The bullpen is shut down if they get to the 7th. Oh, yeah. Ben Rice just walked. Did we get to the 7th inning? No doubt. No doubt. It's lights out. I got Luke Weaver and then Devin Williams. Watch out. We've got it lights out. I remember going live for the blowout win against the Patriots on Thursday Night Football. I had not enjoyed it. Amen. Amen. We went 2-1 on that night. Boy, Will, that Oswaldo Cabrera up. Boy, Will. I had never been so happy in my life. It's been a long time since like the Testaverde, Curtis Martin. The way we moved that ball was out of this world, man. We moved that ball that night. Everything was working. We were 2-1. I was even saying, man, we're going to challenge Buffalo for the AFC East. We're going to do all these things. And that was the last good game of the season. To think we would only win 3 more games the rest of the year. Here we are. And on first, Cabrera, 0-2 on Cabrera right now. 91, but the Phillies will win the division. Boy, if you're a Philly fan, I mean, the Mets were like 17 and a half games behind them last year and then beat them in the playoffs. That's got to burn you as a Philly fan. That's got to, burn you. Wow. Mets pitching is their weakness. I agree, Mike. You're making Clay Holmes a starter. Mania got hurt. Mania is a solid pitcher, but he's not your number one. And that's the thing I told people with Soto. When you sign Soto for all that money, it's hard to sign other quality players along with him. And I don't hate Soto. I don't know if you were in here at the time, Mike, when I said it. A lot of Yankee fans booing him and hate him. And Mike, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He's coming to the Yankees for a year and see what he's got after that. He's going to test free agency, so on and so on. The guys that bought a Soto jersey were insane. Why would you buy a Soto jersey unless he's going to be here forever? I didn't buy one. And I don't hate him. Oh, Cabrera, base hit. Like I said earlier, people that were talking about booing Gleyber Torres, that's just a waste of time. I don't understand that one. He wasn't the greatest Yankee ever, but why would you boo him? Rangers make the playoffs. Oh, boy. I don't see that happening. It's not impossible, but odds aren't great. And the reason the odds aren't great is because they lost 4 of their last 5 games, and the game they won, they only had 12 shots. How Vancouver gave up 5 goals on that, I don't know. Again, Igor is overrated. Igor is the problem. They have no heart. Mike said it earlier, they have no heart. They have no heart. None. I think they need to go 8-2 in the last 10 games to get in. Yeah, they're playing the Ducks and the Sharks next. You think maybe we could beat those two teams? Playing the Ducks and the Sharks. Maybe we can win those two games. 2-0 on Wells, first and second, nobody on. Nobody on. Nobody out. Come on, can we get some insurance runs here? Because, I mean, you're going to get Luke Weaver and then Devin Williams, and the game's over. Nestor Cortez against us on Saturday. I might miss that, too. All right, there it is, sinker. That's in there. Who's coming in the 8th, Weaver or Cruz? Oh, Fernando Cruz could come in. Good shout-out, Lockport. Fernando Cruz could come in. I think if we get some runs here, Lockport, you'll see Cruz. If we don't, if it's just still 2-1, you'll see Weaver. I think you see Weaver if it's still 2-1. Wells knocks a 3-run homer or gets a couple runs in, then I think you see Cruz. That's my take on that. Mick, hey, Bob, how are you still here? Oh, Bond, yeah, he said he'd be right back. Bond said he's coming back, Mick. Biggest Rangers disappointment in 13-20-93. Amen. Oh, 93, yeah. 2013, 2020, and 93. $2020, though, Mr. Marine, that was the COVID year, and they kind of like allowed the Rangers in. They weren't making the playoffs that year. Isn't that when they allowed a bunch of teams in? Like even the Blackhawks were in. They shouldn't have been there. 2013, man, that was our year. That was another year. That was our year. Didn't we lose to the Devils? We lost to the Devils in the conference championship, didn't we? All right, Discord now, thanks to Johnny B. All right, Mick, you got in. Good. Will, Austin Riley with a solo home run, 4-3 Braves in the top of the 4th. Wow, they're having a little bit of a back and forth very early in that. Soto, greatest player, but 14s before 27, not good. Well, yeah, he sewed that up now. I know, because I thought when he went to the Padres, and the Padres didn't even make the playoffs with that team. Judge. That's going to score a run. Here comes a run. That bounced off the plate or off his glove. Boom, run in. Second and third. We got 3-1 now, Yankees. Aaron Judge. Let's go. It hit the bag and shot straight up. Unfortunate luck for the Brewers, but even so, yeah, it's hold on. Oh, those are I should know you by now, Mr. Marine. Biggest disappointments, 13, Lafreniere, 20, Kreider, 93, Mika Zibanejad. Yep. And I will give an especially to 13 and 93. Those two guys were atrocious. You gave Lafreniere the money, the game went away. Mika, I said it earlier today, Mr. Marine. You weren't here yet. Mika is paid to shoot the puck. He passes too much. Joe Micheletti says it all the time. What is he doing? He even Micheletti pointed out Lafreniere a few times. Like when we lose the puck and it starts going the other way, Lafreniere is just hanging out. Like he's not even getting back into deep. He's not even getting back to help. Just like taking his time, like, oh, well, here we go again kind of thing. I don't think you should get rid of Lafreniere. That's not what I mean. I loved him last season. I'm a supporter of Lafreniere from day one about developing players. This season, after he got the money, it's hard to argue what happened after you got the money. Bellinger! Is that going to drop in? Nope, not going to drop in, but it's going to get the run in. It's going to get the run in. Cabrera scores 4-1. 4-1 Yankees. Bellinger gets a sacrifice fly. Oswaldo Cabrera comes in. For this year, yes, Mr. Marine, I agree. I would trade Mika in the offseason. He's getting a little bit older. Now's the time to trade him. I wouldn't trade Panarin. So now going back to the question earlier, I think we got Fernando Cruz should come in now. I wouldn't waste Weaver in this game, especially if we keep scoring. Oh, Mr. Marine, I know you've always disliked Lafreniere. I remember you were the one that never liked Lafreniere. I've always argued for him, and I know Laffy's always argued for him over time, but I can't argue what he's done after he got paid. But I wouldn't get rid of him. Snazzy, I wish we could go trade Mika, but he has a full no-move clause. He does, but doesn't he have a list of teams he might go to? Remember what they did to Barclay Goodrow when he had a full no trade? Drury knew the Sharks wanted him, and when you release a guy, the waiver goes through the waiver wire. The Sharks were the first team on the waiver wire. So when they released Goodrow, the Sharks picked him up and took the full contract. Because he refused to trade to the Sharks. Barclay Goodrow refused to trade to the Sharks, and Drury's like, all right, well, we'll release you. And they picked him up on waivers. And when you do that, you pick up the whole contract. That doesn't happen that is like luck going your way when you want to get rid of a player. And I didn't hate Goodrow either. Keandre Miller has also looked bad. Yep, another guy that's fell off the map this year. Zibanejad has been atrocious this season. Kreider at some point was going to decline. I'm not blaming Kreider for anything. And he's older. You are going to get times where he's going to fall off. I wouldn't put Kreider in the Mika Lafreniere category at this moment. Right, he's getting older, and I mean, that's just the way it happens. And he's done enough as a Ranger to where if he's not going to have a good season, it's not because it would be a lack of effort. It's going to be because he's just starting to get up there. Snazzy, they will trade 93 in the offseason. I believe so too. They're going to have to make some moves, man. They just are. You can't keep going with this team. Food order is in, ordering from a local restaurant called Brick Oven Pizza and Pub. Nice. Wow, Gunnar, I'm getting hungry myself. That sounds really good. Rick the Ninja, OG Cellar Dweller accounted for. Rick the Ninja in the basement. What's up, Rick? Welcome in, man. Yankees are looking good. We're looking real good right now. I hope Rick Kreider retires as a Ranger. He needs to retire as a Ranger. I agree. Goldie up. We need a bomb from Goldie right now. We need a bomb from Goldie. What I like right now is we're moving the base and runners around. Oh, Goldie, that might. Oh, he caught it. He caught it. I thought that was going to drop. All right, so we get out of the inning with some runs, and we manufactured runs, guys. They weren't all based on home runs. We manufactured runs. That's something the Yankees have been lacking for years. That's the reason why we weren't making World Series, is we couldn't manufacture runs. And we were a home run or nothing team. You remember the Astros and the Red Sox and even the Rays. The Rays didn't win a World Series, but they made one. We were the big team in the American League at that time too, but what did those three teams do? Won a World Series, made the World Series. Red Sox, Astros, and Rays. Why? Because they all manufactured runs. They played small ball. They didn't rely on the home run. The Yankees were home run or nothing. I know the Astros cheated. I know someone's going to type that in there. I get all that. But they've made it so many times in a row on small ball. Forget the 1 year. They still kept making the World Series. So we never did that. We were a home run or nothing team. And it's weird with home run or nothing teams. Why do teams – how come all the players seem to hit home runs or they're all nothing all at the same time? It's very strange. But anyway, finally, we have teams that are manufacturing runs. Gunner, my dad and I are getting subs. My mom is getting a white – oh, I like white pizza. Wow, I haven't had that in a long time. Really good. My brother was getting a Philly cheesesteak sub. Wow. Nice, man. Making everybody hungry in here, Gunner. Thanks. Everybody's saying Blue Jays are getting killed. Really? What's the score? I didn't look at scores yet. Yeah, that's what's up, right, Rick? That's what's up. Okay, 2 more innings to go. Gunnar, sorry about that. It's now 9-2 Baltimore. Holy crap. Wow. No wonder why Guerrero wants to come to the Yankees. Did you get in, Mick? I'm checking on you right now. Mick, are you in? Oh, there you are, Mick. All right, let me add you in here. I mean, I think you already are added in. Iowa Mick. There you go. And let me put your roll on here. You are a dweller. Bang. You're official now, Mick. I just put you in as a dweller. You are in. Awesome. Luke Weaver is in anyway, guys. Luke Weaver just came in. Mick is in. All right, good, Mick. I just looked at the Discord. You're in. Yeah, I want pizza too, Lamario. Mr. Murray. Okay, Luke Weaver is in. I thought they might have brought in Cruz and save Weaver for a closer game. I hate that they don't play him already. Trent Grisham is in for defensive purposes over Jason Dominguez. I am so happy they kept Trent Grisham, man. You need a solid veteran outfielder, especially a former Gold Glover out there. Trent Grisham is a great defensive outfielder. Very smart move by the Yankees to keep him. And remember him last year as an everyday hitter? No. But, man, when you needed those clutch hits, Grisham got him, man. When you pinch hit him, he got some of those hits, man. Christian Yelich up. Well, can you imagine? He's a former Marlin. Can you imagine if they kept all these Marlin players together? Ozuna, Yelich, Jazz, Stanton. Boy, they had some team. They can't afford to keep them. Top of the 8th, 2-2. I hope the Knicks have a good playoffs, but I don't know after the last game. Oh, man, last night I watched that game. Well, they were good in the first half. The second half, they fell off the map. It was terrible. But no Brunson. No Deuce McBride. Remember, we had the backups to the backups playing some positions last night. Personally, I don't think they're going to go very far in the playoffs anyway. The Celtics blew them out 2 times this year with our full team. And they just blew their doors off. I don't know. But the playoffs are a different animal. We know that. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens when we get there. But, I mean, at least they make, not like the Rangers, the Knicks. Believe it or not, they're the 5th best team in the NBA. Luke Weaver starts the 8th with a strikeout. The Blue Jays are like the Atlanta Hawks of the Major League Baseball, stuck in mediocrity. Yeah, they're never first and they're never last. I always refer to the Primus song, Jerry was a race car driver. He never did win no checkered flag, but he never did come in last. I actually have that as a quote as my basement channel. But yes, that is true because that's what the Blue Jays are. They're never the worst and they're ever in first. The Atlanta Hawks are the same thing. It's like you don't want to play them, but they just always don't do it. And we could say that about the New York Rangers recently. They just seem to be in there, but they just find a way to lose. And now the Knicks. That's why I think they got to get rid of Thibodeau and move on to another coach to get us over the hump. It's like, thank you, Coach Tibbs, for bringing the Knicks as far as they have. That's 2 outs. Ground out to Goldie, flips it to Weaver, 2 outs. Thibodeau brought the Knicks back to being, like, relevant. He really did. Last year, the Knicks had injuries to every starter except for Brunson, and a lot of them were out for a long time, and we finished number 2 anyway. So he did tremendous things with this team. I just think we need a new coach to get us to the next level. And I don't hate Tibbs. I just think he's a coach that's stuck in his old ways, needs to make some changes, and we haven't made them. And I think the Knicks aren't going to go any further with him, but we appreciate him bringing back to relevancy. I've been watching a ton of Rangers game. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a lot of O's. Oh, yeah, you're in Virginia, Rick, right? Yeah, there's a lot of O's fans around you. I don't hate the O's. I mean, if the Yankees didn't make the playoffs, I'd go for Baltimore. Gunner, I made everyone hungry, evil laughs while rubbing my hands together. I bet. Yes, you have, Gunner. Exactly, Will. Never the worst, but never the best. Right. That's right. The Blue Jays are always just kind of there. Since dinner is at Gunner's household, does that mean Nickelback greatest hits are playing in the background for us? Will, I've been watching a ton of Ranger games this season because I now have ESPN Plus account. Nice, but I'm specifically doing it for Sam Rosen's. Right. For Rosen. Is that really up there like that? Yeah, how about that? Cal Ripken, man, that's a record that'll never be broken. That record will never be broken. Hey, Joe Girardi's in the booth. I wasn't listening that deeply to know that, but he's in the booth. Gunner, if I had to pick, the Bruins are heading for a rebuild, no doubt. Yeah, the Bruins are another team lately, but they won in 2011, so it's hard. I know it's a while ago, but the Bruins have had a team even better than the Rangers the last couple of years, and they couldn't get it done. I know, it's been strange. They went to crap. That's what happened. Yep, that's right. Happened to your Bruins team this season. No doubt they went to crap. Bruins is in the same boat as we're in as Ranger fans. Crap. We went from number one President's Trophy winner to the laughingstock of the league this year, and the Bruins went the record-setting a couple years ago, President's Trophy, and same thing. Except they didn't have the fall off we had, but goodness, they had the record, you know. So whatever the case, it's a wash. Both of our teams have been embarrassing. Ooh, Gunner, that's good. If I had to pick an AFL team, I'd try and pick the one that matches the Buffalo Bills, team that has a history of being on the cusp of winning but never getting it done. That's how I picked the Brisbane Lions. Believe it or not, I based it off what the Jets were doing 3 years ago. Got Sauce Gardner, got Breece Hall, got Garrett Wilson, building up a nice young team, had good veterans like C.J. Mosley and D.J. Reed. You know what I mean? Like they had good veterans and they had a good core of young players. I said, I'm going to pick a similar team in footy that has good young core of players with good veterans. And you know what? I picked the Brisbane Lions, and everybody knows that I wasn't a bandwagoner because I picked them before the season even started. Funny enough, the Jets did absolutely nothing, and Brisbane went on to the finals my very first year, the grand final. They lost, but then they came back the second season and won the whole thing. 2 years in the league, I pick a team that goes to the grand final. Both years I'm a fan. Lost one, won one. I've been a Jet fan for 43 years, and I've never seen him in a Super Bowl. Never even seen him in one. Can't make this stuff up. Red Holzman, the greatest Knick coach ever. Mic drop, period. Boom. Yes. Greatest Knick coach ever. Yep. No doubt. My goal is to have a job like Sam Rosen in the future. Why not? Sam did it. He grew up in Brooklyn, man. He became a Rangers commentator for 40 years. And he did the Giants games way back when. Yeah, he did the Giants. And he struck him out. Waiting on that. Mike or Mr. Marine, did Sam Rosen ever call Knicks games with Marv Albert, even filling in? I don't ever remember that. Did he? I don't ever remember that scenario. But again, you guys might know, and I don't. Red Hole, yep. Sam Rosen. Walt Frazier, another one. I keep saying it. Walt Clyde Frazier, man. I hope he can just keep on announcing forever. Turning 80, and the guy is just styling and profiling, all his terms. I love it. Yep. Tenacity off the glass. And yep. Moving and grooving, posting and toasting. Love it all, man. He's the greatest, man. He's the greatest for the Knicks. Clyde Frazier is just so awesome to listen to. That's why having Rosen and him is just a blessing that a lot of cities announcers, cities teams just don't get. Led Zeppelin is the best band ever. That sounds like the Swans, Gunner. Oh, the Swans. There you go, Mick. My short time of watching, that would be good for Gunner to be a Swans fan. The Swans are kind of similar to Buffalo. They always have a team that's like right there, and for whatever reason, they don't win it, and they should be the heavy favorites like all the time. Like they have that kind of team, right? Good one, Mick. Lockport, Gunner, you see Tyler O'Neill homered today, makes it 6 straight opening day home runs. I was surprised the Red Sox let him walk. It's kind of surprised they let him walk. Tim, another cellar dweller, another Ozzy accounted for. Tim in the basement. Just starting my work day, and the Yankees game is almost over. I know it came for some reason. Opening day for us is always like on a work day, and it's in the afternoon. That's just been the way it's been the past quite a while, actually. Agreed. Saw them live in '73 at the Garden. There'll never be another Bonham. Oh, man. Here's Brett Gardner's son they're showing right now. Does anybody know what happened? They said it was asphyxiation. Now it's not asphyxiate. Does anybody know what happened to Miller Gardner, man? And apparently the rest of his family got sick too at some meal. I don't know what the whole story. Everything they did was awesome. Led Zeppelin, yep. I know Mike and I always have the Bonham Neil Peart thing. I love John Bonham. I'd take Neil Peart over anybody, but I get it. I get it. He did Knicks games, boxing. He was good as can be. Yeah, he did. He did do some Knicks games, Rosen. Chisholm's up right now, 0-2. Hold on. Will, yes. Angus, I have to go make dinner, moderate. Nerdy Soccer Guy talk show tonight. We'll put the stream link in the Discord. Great. Nerdy Soccer Guy is freaking awesome, too. Good stuff, Angus. Always appreciate the support here. I know. And Jerry, you met Jerry now. He's a soccer nerd as well. He got me into it. Will, Hubie Brown called his final game in the 90s. Yep. And then Mike Breen has been great for the Knicks. He's been around. He took over from Marv Albert, I think, Mike Breen. Jazz. That's going foul. Gunner, got to go grab food. I shall return. All right, Gunner. I'll be on till the end of the game, which really should be half an inning to go. Clyde was great. I like Cal Ramsey, too. A good guy, too. Yeah. Marv Albert was the best basketball and hockey radio play-by-play announcer I ever heard. I can hear him now. Frazier down the lane with the running one-hander. He counts. Yep. Who do you want to see replace Rosen, Laffy? And Mr. Marine? What about Kenny Albert? I like Kenny Albert. I think it's hard to replace Sam Rosen, but who do you think the next guy to go in there with Joe Micheletti? Thankfully, Micheletti is staying. I like Joe Micheletti. I think he gives a lot of great analysis in the games. And I like how he calls players out when they're not playing. I like how he circles the players and say, this is what they're not doing. This is where they need to be. Like, he calls out players. I love that. Who do you think the lead man should be? Kenny, I hope it's Kenny Albert, to be honest with you guys. I hope it's Kenny Albert. Some people want Steve Aliquette in there. I think Steve Aliquette has a lot of great knowledge to listen to. I don't know how he'd be as a guy in the booth. I'm not saying he couldn't do it. I'm sure he can. Oh, Jazz struck out on a pitch he should have swung at. Anyway, one down. Go the line. Oh, yeah, man. Clyde Frazier. Oh. That's the only guy. I'm so used to listening to him and Marv. I grew up with Marv Albert, so I love it, man. Marv. The only time I can remember Marv Albert, didn't he do a tandem with Joe Namath for a little? Joe Namath was terrible as a Jets announcer. It's just awful to listen to. When I was growing up in the 80s, like Joe Namath was in there for a little while. I think it might have been with Ian Eagle. No, not Ian. Vern Lundquist. Maybe it was Vern Lundquist. I remember Joe Namath was just it was hard. I love Joe Namath's personality and the whole thing. It's very hard to listen to as a Jet announcer. Mick, gotta go. All right, Mick, thanks for supporting the channel as always. Mick, we'll see you next time through. Snaz, you did hear Kenny Albert when he played Sam. Kenny Albert is a great announcer, man. He does great with the Knicks. He did great filling in, and he's filled in for Sam before. So, I mean, he's not new to it. He knows what he's talking about. Trent Grisham up now, 0-2. I like him. I think Trent Grisham. I think Kenny Albert would be great in there. Absolutely. Wish it would be Howie Rose. Howie Rose. Oh, and shout out for Al Troutwig. Man, another big loss there, man. Al Troutwig. Big loss. Wow, he was awesome to listen to also, man. Great. I mean, we've been blessed with some great guys to listen to. Still 0-2 on Grisham. Heel Cena. I love the name. Grisham with a hit. I told you, this guy there's something about Trent Grisham. When he gets up, he just knows how to get the hits. I love the name. Heel Cena, something we never thought we'd see. Cena become a heel. Welcome into the basement. Subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button, drop your comments in here as much as you want. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Yankees. Yes, sir. 7 p.m. See you, folks. Angus. All right. See. Oh, that's right, Angus. Okay, buddy. Will, Don LaGreca would be full-time radio play-by-play announcer for the Rangers. Yes, along with Maloney, right? Doesn't he do that with Maloney? Jim Cott was a great color guy. He taught you the game and why certain – yes, Jim Cott. Are always, Mike, always fan favorite, not the greatest, but our fan favorite, of course, growing up on WPIX, Channel 11, Bill White and Phil Rizzuto. Man, that's what I grew up. Those are the voices I grew up with for the Yankees on WPIX, Channel 11. That was the Long Island channel, New York channel, and oh, come on. Help me out here, Mike and Mr. Marine. When I watched the Mets on Channel 9, which the Knicks were also on Channel 9, I believe the Rangers were on Channel 9. It's Tim McGarver and, come on, the white-haired guy. Come on. I can't believe – I'm so ashamed. I can't think of his name now. Who did the Mets games all back then? It was Tim McGarver and who? Oh. Bobby Mercer. And then Tom Seaver came in after that, too. But to me, it always felt weird having him calling Yankee games when he's been a Met. Come on, guys. It was Tim McGarver and who? Come on, all the Mets games. He's out. Grisham got thrown out stealing. Not Bobby Mercer? Oh, Messer. Sorry, I just saw Bob and I just went with Mercer. Kiner, thank you, Mr. Marine, Ralph Kiner. I'm like, I can picture him. He had the white hair, and thank you, Mr. Marine, Ralph Kiner. Thank you. I remember seeing a clip of Namath saying he couldn't care less about the – oh, yeah, when he was flirting with the reporter. That's right. He had the sunglasses on. He was drunk. I couldn't care less about the Jets. Right. And that's what I said from October on last year. Couldn't care less. Joe Namath, you sure are. Right. And you know what? That was more entertaining than the Jets were. And I think that was in a November or December game. That's when they had like the ring. The Jets circle of greatness or whatever. Yeah, Al, Al Troutwig passing was big time, man. What a New York voice of New York, man. So good. If it's going to be Kenny Albert, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with Kenny Albert and Joe Micheletti. I'm fine with that. Dave Maloney is the radio color and commentator for the Rangers. He can be very critical of the play, and he should be. I like to hear critical. I don't want to hear yes men up there in the commentators. That's why I like Micheletti. He literally does circle players and he calls them out. He pauses and circles. He should be over here. Why is he not getting back on defense? Why is he just acting like, like he doesn't care? He does it. He calls players out. That's the way it's supposed to be. Kiner's Corner was a good show after the Mets game. Yeah, Kiner's Corner. That's right. Kiner's Corner, yes. Yep, Ralph Kiner. That's a Jets touchdown is really good. Yes. You didn't hear that very often this year, Will. Why would we try to steal a base with 2 outs? He might have done that on his own, Lamario. He might have done that on his own. But he's a fast runner, wanted to get in scoring position. Maybe thought he had a chance to do it. Remember, Lamario, 3-run leads don't mean the game's over. You want to keep trying to get runs. Had he gotten there and then they get a base hit, Grisham can score from there. So that's what I'm assuming he's doing. By the way, I need to ask this question too. Nowadays, is a save in baseball, and I'm being dead serious, because I see guys getting credit for saves all of a sudden with 4-run leads. Let's say the Yankees were up 5-1 right now. A 4-run lead, is that considered a save nowadays? Because to me, I thought it was 3 runs or below. And personally, I always think it should be 2 runs or below. But I always thought it was a 3-run lead or below was considered a save. Is it 4 runs now? And is it really 4 runs? Because to me, that shouldn't be a save. I always thought a save was like a 1-run, 2-run lead, a real pressure moment. When you have a 4-run lead, you have a little bit of a cushion. Even a 3-run lead, I don't think should be considered a save. But I think they're also doing it for numbers and fantasy leagues or whatever else. But I don't think a 4-run lead should be considered a save. Am I wrong? Is a 4-run lead technically a save nowadays? My least favorite color commentator in the NHL is Ray Ferraro. I didn't even like when Ray Ferraro was on the Rangers at all. He's an Islander. He should do everything Islanders. He should do everything Asslanders. He should be doing it for them. He shouldn't be anywhere near the Rangers. Nowhere near it. Let Brian Boyle and John Giannone stay there. Get Ray Ferraro out of there. But Ray Ferraro actually works for ESPN, not ESPN. He does the NBC thing with Messier and PK Subban and Steve Levy. Yeah, ABC, ESPN. That's where Ray Ferraro's on. I don't think he's on. He's not on our games on MSG. It should just be Brian Boyle and John Giannone. All right, so Devin Williams getting the close out against his old team. Let's go. Yeah, he's horrible, Mr. Marine. Snazzy for just right. Everything. You're an Asslander. You're part of that organization. You're part of that team. Stay there. Don't come to the Rangers. We don't want you here. Never wanted you here. Get out of here. Just go back there. Go back to the Islanders. Go work for them. Go work for them. That's your team. It's not our team. Ray Ferraro's Sean McDonough on ESPN. Yeah, that's what he's on. Okay. On ESPN, he really is. You're right. I always picture him in the booth. But that's, on, like where Giannone and Brian Boyle are. He went. 2-2. 2-2. Yeah. You know what? And Laffy, I have to agree with you on that. You know who else I love the guy. Absolutely love the guy. He's like Goring. Love the guy, but I don't like listening to him on the radio at all. And it's Marty Lyons. Marty Lyons is a famous Jet, beloved Jet. Oh, he got a hit, base hit. Beloved Jet. I mean, the guy is a tremendous human being, tremendous person and thing, but his voice on there, I just can't get with it. Just can't get with it. Well, Mr. Marine, I think Bob Wischusen should be the main play-by-play announcer on ESPN for NHL games. Yeah, he's awesome, man. He's awesome. Westfall was Westfall. Yeah, he left the radio booth, I know, but I'm talking about when he was on. And I love him. I don't even like sounding like it just never flowed with me. Just never, like, I'm not a Boomer guy either. But I consider him a Cincinnati Bengal anyway, not a Jet. And he took Ken O'Brien. They gave him Ken O'Brien. Oh, no. No. Off the wall. Boy, they're pounding Devin Williams. Second and third, nobody out. See, Lamario, this is why I said Trent Grisham, no run, no lead is safe. No lead is safe. Oh, my gosh, Devin Williams, don't open up your Yankee career with blowing a 3-run lead. Oh, no. Devin Williams, man, don't start off with the Yankees and blow a 3-run lead, man. Come on. Strike one, two, second and third, nobody out, man. Anthony Beck was in the Jets radio booth this season. I didn't listen to a lot of radio with them. When I was on the truck, I did, but not anymore. When I'm home, I don't really have a reason to listen to anybody on the radio. When I was on the truck, yeah, I listened to Sterling and Lions, and then they had hold on. Come on, man. I know, Rocco, I know. 2-1. Oh, yeah, Clay Holmes back? Come on. Oh, we're in trouble now. Yeah, I think that's why he was trying to steal a base. I'm getting worried now. Nobody out, tightening up and run at the plate, right? Tying run at the plate, and he's got to pitch. He can't let the bases get loaded. Strike two. I know, Rocco. I know. I think Goring is worse, but on your point, McDonald's was great. Way back, another Ozzy accounted for, another cellar dweller in the basement. Way back is here. Hold on, way back. Come on, Devin, get this guy out. Oh, foul ball. G'day, guys. Just popped in to say hello on my work. Hope everyone is good. Good to see you on, JB. Go Hawks. Yeah, the Hawthorne Hawks. Wow. Go, wow. Good to see you in here, way back. Tell him, Rocco. Yeah, Rocco's like, what? He just woke up. Like, what is going on? Jeez. Come on. 2-2. Full count. Come on. This is the bottom of the order, too, by the way, guys. This is the bottom of the order. I watched one Jets drive, and there was a camera in the Jets radio booth during the game against the Texans, and I saw Beck sitting to the right of which Anthony Beck. I think that's the guy we took instead of Warren Sapp, if I remember correctly. He walked him. He walked them. Bases loaded, nobody out. I know, Rocco. It's a disgrace. Bases loaded, nobody out. Clay Holmes is back, guys. He never left. Clay Holmes has never left. Terang, the 9th hitter in the order. This is all the bottom of the order, guys. Boy, talk about paying a pitcher back that you got rid of. Ball one. Boy, Devin Williams is going to get booed in his opening day with the Yankees. One and one. Boy, do we ever need a double play right now. This is ridiculous. Lamario, you nailed it. You nailed it. Here, Lamario, I'm pinning that message right there. Lamario said bases loaded, nobody out, unbelievable and ridiculous. That is the quote of the moment. Ball two. He's not even near the plate. Typical New York Yankees. Beck is now a head coach in the UFL. Yeah, Lamario was talking about the UFO a little while ago. I haven't watched it yet. 3-1. They're starting to boo. They're starting to boo. Welcome to New York, Devin Williams. Rocco. Someone's already warming up in the pen. I didn't catch who it was. Here we go. Thankfully, Tarang just swung at ball 4 and fouled it off. Thankfully, he swung at ball. Yeah, it's Fernando Cruz is up now. They don't boo this guy yet, man. I mean, come on. Everybody's standing up and cheering him. Come on. You can't boo the guy yet, man. I mean, come on. He's swung at another ball. Thank you, Bryce Tarang. Thank you for swinging at ball 4 twice. Man, just put the ball in play. Give up a run, get a double play. Let's get this thing over. Or strike him out and then get a double play. National League Cy Young winner Chris Sale had a good outing today, struck out 7 and 5. Wow. All right, that's going to get a run in, but that's an out. That's an out. Grisham got it. Okay, 4-2, 4-2. That's got to piss off Red Sox fans because they got Chris Sale, right? And he was hurt like for the year, like every year, and then come back and then was out the rest of the season and all of that.
I know, Rocco. I know.
It's very frustrating, Rocco. Very frustrating. Pitching coach coming out to talk, probably calm him down a little bit. Let's just get a double play ball. That's it. Just get a double play ball. That's all we need. Boy, Gunner, since you left, man, we got our brand new closer. You know, Devin White, it looks like Clay Holmes is back with us. By the way, how did Clay Holmes do today? Boy, this is, come on, man, just a double play ball. That's all we need. Boy, Toronto's losing 12-2. I guess we could beat the Blue Jays right now. The Mets are losing 3-0. 3-0, bottom of the 7th. What is going on here, Rocco? What is going on? So we got the top of their order up now. Churrio's up. Guy hit 21 home runs last year. He struck out 4 times in this game. Let me not jinx it so he turns it around now. 12-2 Baltimore. I know, I saw that. Yeah, I'm surprised that Sale's doing very well with the Braves. The Red Sox fans got to be pissed because he got hurt a lot, but now he's back on anyway. Woo! Joe Girardi, who's in the booth, is just saying if he was the manager right now, he would just be telling Devin Williams, just focus on the batter. Forget the runners on the bases. Just focus on the batter. That's it. That's what Girardi's saying right now. Just focus on the batter. Get everything else out of your mind. Second and third, 1 out. So the double play possibility is out of the equation now. Williams has thrown 24 pitches to this point. And I'm glad the fans aren't. They started to boo him, and then other fans stood up and started like standing ovation. Like he's under a lot of pressure. His debut in here, you know, booing the guy's not going to help. Two and two, just strike him out. Strike him out. Bruin, I can send you a picture of my food. I think the Braves will be getting a new manager in 26. Hold on, Will. I'll finish that in a second. Let me see this pitch. Foul ball. 6-0 White Sox beating the Angels. 6-0 White Sox. I think that's more runs they scored all last season. Will be 70 in October. His contract ends. Yeah, he probably will retire. I still don't understand why the Yankees fired Girardi. I've been saying that forever. Because he's not a yes man, Will. He's not a yes man. Full count. Angus, I'm listening while making spaghetti. Rocco needs to be in the Yankees dugout calling to the coaching staff when they need a new pitcher. Amen. Well, Fernando Cruz is warming up right now. Boy, oh boy, this is 27 pitches. Boy, and they're fouling off everything. Keep throwing changeups or sinkers, but get them in that strike zone and make these guys ground out. Hal Steinbrenner made a bad decision by firing them. We've got to get rid of Boone. I've been saying it for months. Again, they're not yes men. Aaron Boone is a yes man. Struck him out. Wow, Churio, that's his 5th strike. Can you imagine starting your season, leadoff batter, and you're 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts? 5 strikeouts. You start your season, leadoff batter, 0 for 5, 5 strikeouts. Wow. Well, here's Christian Yelich, who's not an easy out. Rocco's got to go out, too, so Devin Williams really has to close this game out. Yes, for real. For real, Laffy? Yes, for real. Laffy, I like Boone a lot. 1-1. I know, Rocco. I know. One strike away. All right, Rocco, let's watch this together. 1 strike away. Try not to get his hair on this beautiful jersey I'm wearing. 1 strike away, Rocco. Come on, man. Let's go. Ruff. He's going to get him. Let's go. 2-2. 2-2. Not a Yankees fan, but I want him to get fired. I don't hate Aaron Boone. I just like Girardi. That's all. I don't hate Aaron Boone. Sports Talk, I heard that Girardi and Garrett. Hold on. Come on. Full count. Full count. 34 pitches on opening day. 34 pitches on opening day. What a debut. Who cares? Get him out. We'll have Luke Weaver close Saturday. Foul. Three and 2, 35 pitches. Come on. Yes, he got him. Game over. Game over. That was nerve-wracking. Game over. Wow. Boy, did they make us sweat that out. Yankees win 4-2. Both teams got 7 hits. Milwaukee had 1 error. Do you want him fired after the World Series with him? I don't blame the World Series on him. Like, that whole 5th inning, Aaron Judge dropping the ball, Volpe can't throw to third base, and then Garrett Cole just decides not to cover first base. Those are all not on the manager. That's all on the players. We faced a better team. Let's be honest. The Dodgers were definitely a better team than the Yankees were. And putting Nestor Cortez in as a closer, and Freddie Freeman hitting that off of him. But Cortez against Freeman, I think analytically, he always did well against him. I don't know. I mean, we played a team that was better than us. I'm going to get out of here, guys. I got to take him out. Yes, they lost. But Roster relied entirely on home runs way too often. They lost because they were terrible defensively. Bang, there you go. Very cheap. Let Max Fried go to the Yankees. I got to get him out, guys. I got to get him out. I think they made it to the World Series despite Boone. Yeah, got to go, guys. Been real. Great to see you again, too, Laffy. Plenty of Yankees coming up. As of right now, guys, I won't be on this weekend, but if I am, I'll definitely let you know, but I'll definitely be back on Monday. We got Ranger. I will do Ranger games still, but if they don't make the playoffs, you guys already know we're doing Lightning. The Knicks for sure, and Yankees are back. Yankees win. The Yankees freaking win. All right, guys, I'll see you all later. Thanks again for the support, and thanks for hanging in there. Great to see a lot of you guys back. And Will, keep joining us, Will. Laffy, of course. Tim, see you, Johnny. Have a good night to everybody. All right. Rocco's like, yeah, all right. Later, everybody. Later, but Dad's got to take me out now. Yes, Rick, Basement Nation. We'll leave it on that. Good night, guys. And I'll see you next stream. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. But well, hold on, Rick. I'll have to ask you next time. Let's go.